And now, WWE presents Hell in a Cell.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to the WWE 2K24 Universe Mode Series. We're here at the next premium live event, Hell in a Cell, as now we're officially on the road towards Summerslam. So there's going to be new champions crowned here tonight, I'm sure, and big stories about to be told. This capacity crowd is absolutely going wild. Sold out crowd here at Hell in a Cell. Can't wait to see what unfolds this evening. But before we kick off the show with the action, we have an interesting way to start off the show this evening. Uncle Howdy and Bray Wyatt will come face to face in the ring in just a moment's time. And then following on from that, we're going to have the World Heavyweight Championship Triple Threat match. Can Carmelo Hayes retain the title? And then Zayn and Owens will be going up against the Bloodline for the WWE Tag Team Championships. Bianca Belair will be looking to regain her WWE Women's Championship against Becky Lynch. And then the Unholy Union coming up against Liv Morgan and a surprise partner for Liv. Then Bayley will face Mandy Rose inside of the Hell in a Cell structure. And then following on from that, The Rock will come up against Triple H inside the structure as well. And then to finish off the show, we have the Undisputed Universal Championship on the line. Special guest referee will be Jey Uso. Will he be siding with Roman Reigns in that match, or is he going to call it down the middle? That is the speculation that's been going around inside the WWE Universe as of late. If you're new to the channel, then make sure you subscribe, drop a like for more WWE 2K Universe Mode content. So as mentioned a moment ago, we're going to kick off the show. Bray Wyatt is going to make his way on out here, coming face to face with Uncle Howdy. We've seen them face to face, I believe maybe one other time on Monday Night Raw in recent weeks, but it seems like Bray Wyatt may be a little bit fed up of all the mind games, and he wants to end things here tonight once and for all. So we're going to have to wait and see exactly what occurs here and what happens between these two. Are we just going to see a discussion, or is it going to be more than that? You have to feel that when Uncle Howdy is involved with Bray Wyatt, usually there's a lot more involved. It's usually not just a discussion to be had. Uncle Howdy loves to play the mind games, and he's been trying to do that ever since the WWE draft. He clearly had Karrion Kross doing some favors for him a few months back, and Karrion Kross was able to be successful in that feud with Bray Wyatt due to the constant interferences by Uncle Howdy, and even the appearances of what seemed to be an imposter of The Fiend. So the question has to be asked, does that mean Uncle Howdy wants Bray Wyatt to bring The Fiend back? We have heard Uncle Howdy say, "Come home," but we're yet to find out exactly what that means. We could maybe get the answer to that here tonight. But Bray Wyatt once again has left the mask behind. He's made it clear he wants to start a new chapter in his life, in his career. And he believes that tonight, right here, right now, this is the moment to do exactly that. So Bray Wyatt, again coming out here with the lantern to guide him through the darkness, out in front of the fireflies. I'm sure Bray Wyatt has a lot on his mind, and I'm sure that he can't wait to get face to face with Uncle Howdy, to let all of that frustration and anger, and you could even say maybe some confusion, he can let it all out right here. The fireflies waiting in anticipation to see what is going to unfold right here. Bray Wyatt has been very unfortunate in the Universe Mode series so far. Just this dark shadow looming over him ever since the draft, and he's been unable to just get anything going due to that fact, and it's clear that he definitely is frustrated with that. But once again, he hopes to end that all here tonight. So now Bray Wyatt just going to wait for the arrival of Uncle Howdy. Is he going to show up here? Or is he going to be a no-show? Bray Wyatt awaiting in the ring. And, well, his music has started. Is it going to be him? No. Well, he is here. It is Uncle Howdy. He has answered the call, answered the challenge set out by Bray Wyatt on Monday Night Raw. So I wonder, are we going to get any answers here tonight? This has been an ongoing thing ever since the draft. As I said, it's been months on months. I believe it's been about 5 months in total now in this universe mode, and we're still yet to get any answers of revolving this entire situation. Things have started to unfold slightly, but still many answers needing to be answered. Many questions left unanswered with Uncle Howdy and Bray Wyatt. Well, Uncle Howdy just menacingly making his way towards the ring. The aura inside the stadium just completely changes every time he makes his way into the arena. Well, let's see exactly what these two have to say to each other. Uncle Howdy. All this time I've been trying to figure out what is going on here. Why you've been targeting me. Why you've been going after people I care about. And now I realise. I know who you are. I know what you want. But I will not give it to you. Well, Uncle Howdy doesn't look too pleased at that response. Oh, hold on a second. On the Titantron. What is this? This looks like footage of the Rotundo brothers. It's Bo and Duke from their time in the Indies. Well, what on earth does this mean? Oh, hold on. Uncle Howdy's unmasked himself as Bo. Brother, come home. No, Bo. I'm sorry. I can't. I won't. You can't build a family and then walk away when you feel like it suits you. I won't allow you to do that. Bo, I will not fight you. I can't. I didn't want it to be this way. Well, what does that mean? Hold on a second, it's Auntie Howdy. She has Alexa Bliss here on the stage. Well, Alexa looks like she's been assaulted. Auntie Howdy's slowly approaching. Stop! You want a fight? Fine. Me and Alexa versus you and Auntie Howdy later tonight. Accepted. Okay, so it seems like we're going to have a mixed gender tag team match later on here tonight. But has Bray made the right decision? Him and Alexa going up against Auntie Howdy and Uncle Howdy, who is clearly Bo Dallas, Bray's brother. So Uncle Howdy officially unmasking himself and revealing himself to be none other than Bo Dallas, Bray Wyatt's brother. But we're moving on with the show into the World Heavyweight Championship Triple Threat match.
The following contest is a triple threat match and is for the World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing the challenger from Woodstock, Georgia, weighing in at 230 pounds, Bron Breakker.
So Bron Breakker has earned his spot here in this matchup here tonight because he was successful in the King of the Ring tournament. After taking out Brock Lesnar backstage, we're still yet to see Brock Lesnar since that attack, since Crown Jewel. But Bron Breakker now looking to use that King of the Ring title opportunity here tonight. Unfortunately for him though, he's fallen into a triple threat match as CM Punk recently returning just after the Crown Jewel Premium Live event, and he's been on one hell of a roll, successfully defeating the World Heavyweight Champion in singles action. Luckily for Carmelo Hayes, the champion, the title wasn't on the line that time, but here tonight he's going to have two other opponents that he needs to keep an eye on, not just CM Punk, not just Bron Breakker. Speaking of CM Punk, he's next up out here. As I said, the man who returned just after the Crown Jewel Premium Live event and on one hell of a roll in this universe mode. CM Punk, as I said, has already defeated the World Heavyweight Champion in singles action. That's one of the reasons why he's able to squirm his way into this matchup. Returning to WWE and heading straight to the top of the mountain, trying to get a hold of that World Heavyweight Championship. But he's got two of the youngest and most, I would say, promising superstars in the whole roster that he's coming up against here tonight. Bron Breakker and Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes has had a tight grip on that World Heavyweight Championship. He's pretty much held it for the whole series thus far. Is he going to be able to successfully defend it in his hardest challenge yet? Triple threat action. Carmelo Hayes is going to have to pull off some kind of miracle here tonight if he wants to retain that title.
And introducing the champion from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 210 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion, Carmelo Hayes.
So Carmelo Hayes is the World Heavyweight Champion, and as I said, he's held on to that title with a tight grasp. But here tonight, this is definitely his biggest challenge yet. He was able to snatch that title away from Seth freaking Rollins. And we've not really seen much of Seth freaking Rollins since then. We've seen him here and there, but he's kind of fallen down in the pecking order. I'm sure he'll get his chance to get back towards that World Heavyweight Championship. But as for tonight, Carmelo Hayes needs to remain focused on the two men that are going to be standing opposite him. That being Bron Breakker and CM Punk. So Carmelo Hayes with his biggest challenge yet. Is he going to be able to retain that title once again? About to find out. So World Heavyweight Championship on the line. Big matchup for all of these superstars here. This match could really define these superstars' careers. That World Heavyweight title on the line, as we said. Triple threat action between, well, pretty much different ends of the spectrum. An absolute legend in the business, and then two superstars who could definitely become legends in their own right. And here we go. CM Punk just kind of allowing these two to go at it straight away, but almost like a little bit of a double team on the champion. But Bron Breakker taking out Carmelo Hayes from behind. CM Punk trying to get the crowd on his side here, and Carmelo Hayes off of the springboard. I thought he may have been going after CM Punk for a second into the cover. Carmelo Hayes looking a little bit desperate already here. I'm sure he knew that Bron Breakker was not going to be pinned off of that. But now Carmelo Hayes making his way back into the ring. CM Punk may have been going for a springboard, but Carmelo Hayes not allowing that to happen, and Bron Breakker taking down Carmelo Hayes to the mat. Just trying to embarrass the champion here with a slap on the head, and then CM Punk comes rushing in. This is the problem with a triple threat match. You If you turn your back on one person, you never know when they're going to come back to bite you. As now Carmelo Hayes biding his time, and just as I said, just taking advantage of CM Punk being completely unaware that Carmelo Hayes was back into this. Now Carmelo Hayes off the ropes and a kick to the head. Bron Breakker looking for some weapons. Carmelo Hayes utilising his agility here, using the springboard, and Bron Breakker just absolutely laying waste to these two with that baseball bat. Carmelo Hayes able to roll out of the way, and again able to just take that baseball bat out of the grasp of Bron Breakker here. Now slammed down to the mat goes Bron Breakker, and Carmelo Hayes was looking to take CM Punk out on the apron, but CM Punk was able to quickly slide back into the ring, and now CM Punk here he's into the springboard on his own. Carmelo Hayes now big forearm to the side of the head, switching his focus to Bron Breakker, but just runs into the grasp of Bron Breakker, using his power as well. You have to feel that Bron Breakker's going to need to try and utilise his power here. CM Punk will look to utilise his technical ability. And then Carmelo Hayes back into the ring to break up the count. He'll need to use his speed and his agility and his high flying ability in this one. Various different superstars here that utilise different parts of their game. Makes up for one hell of a matchup, and CM Punk now off of the springboard again into a drop kick, but not able to connect with that one. Now Bron Breakker sending CM Punk off the ropes, and Carmelo Hayes taking Bron Breakker down. What a way to start the show this is, to have the World Heavyweight Championship on the line. The champion now sending CM Punk to the outside. Carmelo Hayes flying over the top rope, taking out CM Punk just in front of the commentary desk, but CM Punk quickly back to his feet here. Carmelo Hayes must not have connected fully with it. No, that's not a good idea from CM Punk, as Bron Breakker with that baseball bat just targeting the legs. Luckily for Punk, Carmelo Hayes took out Bron Breakker before he dealt more damage. And now Carmelo Hayes with a kendo stick here, swinging and just hitting anything that moves. Oh, I'm just breaking that kendo stick on. It looked like the back of the head of Bron Breakker there. Now CM Punk and Carmelo Hayes. Punk being sent back into the ring. Carmelo Hayes gonna make his way around the outside here, just taking out Punk from behind. Now Bron Breakker caught in the grasp of the champion. Carmelo Hayes with a super kick delivered to CM Punk. Carmelo Hayes doing well here to keep switching his focus between his two opponents. But CM Punk now able to take advantage of this situation. Anytime that you have someone alone in the ring, that's going to be your biggest opportunity to get the victory in this kind of matchup. Now Bron Breakker taking CM Punk down to the mat and delivering a fist drop. Carmelo Hayes is on the outside, just taking a bit of a breather. Another fist drop delivered by Bron Breakker, and Bron Breakker takes down the champion to the mat. Bron Breakker into another moonsault, standing moonsault. Bron Breakker just looking to control the match now, slowing things down ever so slightly. Big shoulder tackle. Carmelo Hayes straight back to his feet though, into the clutches of Bron Breakker once again, and it looks like the champion's been busted wide open after being driven into that turnbuckle pad. And now Carmelo Hayes looking to fly once again, taking out Bron Breakker this time. CM Punk was able to sidestep it, as now he swings that kendo stick and breaks that kendo stick on Carmelo Hayes, giving Carmelo Hayes a taste of his own medicine. Now delivering that neck breaker to Carmelo Hayes is CM Punk. The problem for Carmelo Hayes here tonight is he could lose his championship without even being involved in the finish. CM Punk could pin Bron Breakker, or Bron Breakker could pin CM Punk, and then we'd have a new World Heavyweight Champion. And a big kick to the side of the head by CM Punk on Bron Breakker. And Carmelo Hayes wants a piece of the action, but a reversal found by Punk. Now CM Punk into a suplex on the outside. Spine first goes Bron Breakker. Now Bron Breakker being sent back into the ring. Carmelo Hayes looking to send CM Punk back into the ring, but CM Punk is asking what time it is, and the crowd letting him know it's clobbering time. CM Punk sent off the ropes though, driven down to the mat, and oh my word, Bron Breakker could be closing in on the victory here. He's got the champion up, slams him down to the mat. Can CM Punk get back into this to save things? I don't think he will. Oh, luckily the champion's able to get the shoulder up. Otherwise that would have been a missed opportunity for CM Punk. Oh, and Carmelo Hayes was looking for a low blow, it seemed like there, but Bron Breakker was able to avoid it. We saw Carmelo Hayes utilise that low blow against Finn Balor, and that was essentially what helped him retain the title. And into the cover goes CM Punk this time, looking to pin the champion. Oh my goodness. Carmelo Hayes just about gets the shoulder up. I honestly thought that was the end of the match right there. Carmelo Hayes is in big, big trouble. He seems to be the target for both CM Punk and Bron Breakker. Bron Breakker bringing in the sledgehammer. And, I don't know if Carmelo Hayes connected with that low blow there. I don't think he did on CM Punk. I think Bron Breakker was able to hit Punk in the spine with the sledgehammer. The sledgehammer obviously synonymous with Triple H, the man who helped Bron Breakker win the King of the Ring tournament. I think that was more so because he was facing Batista rather than Triple H wanting Bron Breakker to win the tournament. But into the cover goes Carmelo Hayes, and Bron Breakker's able to break it up. Big shoulder tackle by Breakker. Now CM Punk, oh my word, Bron Breakker up on his shoulders. He may have been looking for the GTS, but Bron Breakker found a reversal there. Big clothesline delivered by the World Heavyweight Champion. Carmelo Hayes now. What's he got planned for CM Punk here? Is he going to be able to retain his title? Driving CM Punk down into the mat. Carmelo Hayes could be thinking about ending this one, but Bron Breakker's back into this matchup. CM Punk luckily just avoiding the nothing but net due to Bron Breakker's interference with that sledgehammer, but Carmelo Hayes able to break the count. Who's going to come out victorious here? Who's going to head into SummerSlam potentially as the World Heavyweight Champion? Suplex driving the champion down, the current World Heavyweight Champion that is. CM Punk now, big double axe handle, takes Bron Breakker down, but Carmelo Hayes back to his feet this time to break up things. And CM Punk just dodging Carmelo Hayes there. Carmelo showing his own athleticism, and Carmelo Hayes into the suplex cutter, but he needs to keep an eye on Bron Breakker here. Bron Breakker just took out the ref. Desperate times here for all these superstars. Could that potentially cost one of these guys though? Taking out the referee. Carmelo Hayes now looking to target Bron Breakker. Ground and pound being delivered by the champion. Now he's opting for the baseball bat. CM Punk trying to get the crowd behind him as Carmelo Hayes just laying absolute waste to Bron Breakker inside the ring with that baseball bat. And now he was looking to target CM Punk there, but Punk was able to find a reversal. Bron Breakker back to his feet, finding a shoulder tackle into the cover for a new champion potentially. Big kick out found by Punk this time. My word. Who on earth is going to come out champion here? I don't even know myself. Big German suplex delivered. Bron Breakker getting a bit desperate here. Carmelo Hayes back into the ring. He needs to break this one up quickly. He does just in time. Not sure whether CM Punk was going to get the shoulder up that time. Carmelo Hayes now switching his focus back to CM Punk. This could be the opportunity that Carmelo Hayes needs to retain his title. Ground and pound being delivered. If he could somehow maybe deliver the nothing but net, he could be looking for it here. He's up to the top rope. No, he's going for an elbow drop instead. Perhaps he saw a Bron Breakker coming back into the ring with that kendo stick, and luckily Carmelo Hayes gets that kendo stick out of Bron Breakker's grasp. Off the ropes goes the champion. Big boot to the side of the head. Bron Breakker slowly making his way back to his feet, off of the springboard into a clothesline. But CM Punk once again just able to get back into the ring to break it up this time. My goodness. Whoever wins here tonight could be walking in to Monday Night Raw as the World Heavyweight Champion. Unless we see a potential cash-in here, we could potentially see that from LA Knight. He still holds that briefcase. The Money in the Bank briefcase. So he could cash in at any moment. He could cash in here tonight if he wanted to. Could potentially be waiting to see how this match goes, how this match ends. That's one thing that Carmelo Hayes has to keep in mind. If he is successful here, he could potentially have a cash-in against him. Oh, and it looks like we're going to have a double team, but no! Carmelo Hayes able to find a reversal, bumping heads together between Bron Breakker and CM Punk. Now CM Punk looking to take out Bron Breakker, but Carmelo Hayes wipes him out from behind. Carmelo Hayes with Bron Breakker alone in the ring, just targeting the rib cage with that sledgehammer now. Carmelo Hayes here into the cover, potentially getting the victory to retain his title. Big kick out found this time by Bron Breakker. My word. None of these superstars want to lie down lightly. Big strike to the spine with that baseball bat by CM Punk, and Bron Breakker slides out of the way. Oh my goodness. Bron Breakker could be the new World Heavyweight Champion. If this connects, it does. Carmelo Hayes slowly back to his feet, but is he going to be able to break up the count? I don't think he will. Oh my goodness, CM Punk gets the shoulder up. How on earth has he done that? Carmelo Hayes could have almost cost himself the championship there, because he definitely had enough time to get back into the ring, but now CM Punk delivering a clothesline off of the springboard. Carmelo Hayes now floats over. He was looking for a DDT onto that sledgehammer. Luckily for Punk, he found a reversal. And Bron Breakker just kind of wiping himself out. I think his jaw may have just bounced off of that sledgehammer there. Now sending Carmelo Hayes into the ropes and into a Frankensteiner. And into the cover now. CM Punk needs to get back into the ring. Could have a new champion. Big kick out found. Carmelo Hayes, how is he doing it? The resiliency being shown by the champion is absolutely incredible. It's been busted wide open with a big gash across the side of his head, but CM Punk now busted open. Oh, off of the face, off of the code breaker, sorry, into the cover. No! CM Punk able to get the shoulder up. Oh my god, I'm losing my head. I thought this matchup was over many, many times. But CM Punk, Carmelo Hayes and Bron Breakker are leaving it all out on the line. Bron Breakker's telling Carmelo Hayes to get up, but Carmelo Hayes just trying to have a breather here on the outside. Now knows that he needs to fight his way out of this. Some snake eyes delivered on the apron, and now CM Punk into a float over neck breaker, now wiped out by a clothesline. My word. How much longer are these men going to fight out for that title? Bron Breakker sent into steel steps and then not given a moment to breathe. Carmelo Hayes telling Bron Breakker that this one's all over. He's going to finish him off. He's just realised that CM Punk's behind him. CM Punk sending him into the corner, face first off of the turnbuckle. CM Punk now potentially, no? Okay, he decides against it. He didn't want to deliver 10 strikes to the head. Oh, and looks like CM Punk may have drop kicked that baseball bat into Bron Breakker onto his head and busted him wide open there. That's a nasty, nasty wound on the face of Bron Breakker. All of these men are leaking. Blood, sweat and tears being put into this matchup. That's what happens when the World Heavyweight Championship is on the line. Bron Breakker now going back to that baseball bat again. CM Punk on the outside here, taking a moment before entering back into the ring. Bron Breakker now psyching himself up, but CM Punk just able to sneak in and get a couple of strikes in here in the corner. Carmelo Hayes doesn't really want to stay on the outside for too long, because this match could end in a moment's notice. A big, wicked clothesline delivered by Bron Breakker, and here we go. Bron Breakker into the cover off that clothesline. Oh my goodness, Carmelo Hayes just about breaking that count. Big forearm delivered to the side of the head of Bron Breakker. Now CM Punk back to his feet, sent into the corner. Carmelo Hayes, I don't think he's aware that Bron Breakker is behind him. Reversal found here by CM Punk. Reverse DDT delivered. Bron Breakker with a big kick to the midsection. Punk sent into the corner again. Big right hand now. And Bron Breakker here, what's he looking for? Potentially going for a power bomb. Oh my goodness. Driving Carmelo Hayes almost through the mat into the cover. This one could be all over. The champion's in trouble, but somehow he got the shoulder up. Carmelo Hayes, very, very impressive here tonight. He's taken one hell of a beating, but somehow he's just able to stay in it. He doesn't want to lose that championship. He's almost obsessed with that championship ever since his debut on the main roster after the draft. And now, oh my goodness, CM Punk's in trouble into the suplex cutter to retain his title. Carmelo Hayes, could he have done it here? He could be moments away, and he's done it. Carmelo Hayes against all the odds.
Here is your winner, and still World Heavyweight Champion, Carmelo Hayes.
Against all the odds, Carmelo Hayes retains the World Heavyweight Championship. So moving on with the show, and we have the first Hell in a Cell match. It is the WWE Tag Team titles that are on the line here. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn being the challengers.
The following contest is a tag team Hell in a Cell match and is for the WWE Tag Team Championship. And at a combined weight of 478 pounds, the team of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
So Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, the challengers. As mentioned, the first Hell in a Cell match of the night. Tornado tag rules. Who's going to come out on top? Can the Bloodline retain their WWE Tag Team titles?
And at a combined weight of 501 pounds, the WWE Tag Team Champions, Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso, the Bloodline.
So the Bloodline making their way out here. Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa, the current reigning Tag Team Champions. Although there's been some cracks showing between the two in recent weeks, or recent months even, where Jimmy Uso lost out on the United States Championship due to Solo Sikoa. But as for tonight, they're focused on the Tag Team Gold. And in the build-up to this match, it does have to be said that Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens were able to pin both these two in singles action. So all the momentum is definitely on the side of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Kevin Owens was successful in pinning Jimmy Uso just last night on Friday Night SmackDown. And the week before, Sami Zayn was able to pin Solo Sikoa. So WWE Tag Team titles on the line. Can the Bloodline retain those titles and head towards SummerSlam still the champions? Or can Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens keep their momentum going? Could this be the last time that the Bloodline hand over those WWE Tag Team titles? Or are they going to be successful in retaining? We've already had one champion retain here tonight in impressive fashion. Carmelo Hayes, that is. As now the cage gets lowered. And we'll get underway here. So Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn coming up against the Bloodline here tonight. Immediately going to the outside is everyone. Looking to perhaps utilize the cage early on. Sami Zayn with Solo Sikoa. Whilst Jimmy Uso and Kevin Owens. So it's almost like a repeat of what we saw on SmackDown in recent weeks. Sami Zayn facing Solo Sikoa a couple of weeks back, and Kevin Owens and Jimmy Uso went head to head last night. And now Solo Sikoa just sending Sami Zayn down to the concrete floor. Kevin Owens able to get the upper hand on Jimmy Uso on the other side. But a jawbreaker delivered by Jimmy to take control into a European uppercut. Well, these guys need to be careful here. Sami Zayn now just powerbombed into the steel. And the Bloodline really utilising this cage here early on. Looking to wear out the challengers here tonight. Big elbow by Sami Zayn found though. Now sending Solo Sikoa into the cage, and it looks like Solo Sikoa's been busted open here. Very, very early on, and slammed back into the cage once again. Sami Zayn really looking to utilise this cage here and wear out the champions. Now Sami Zayn once again sending Jimmy Uso this time. As now Solo Sikoa in the ring going for the cover to retain the titles. No, Kevin Owens has plenty of fight left in him. Now Jimmy Uso and Sami Zayn locking up here. Jimmy Uso just looks like he's raking on the nose and the eyes there of Sami Zayn. Kevin Owens quickly back to his feet. Oh, slammed down to the mat is Kevin Owens. Now, I think Kevin Owens has just been busted wide open here. Sami Zayn going into a brain buster delivered on Solo Sikoa. The enforcer of the Bloodline has to roll to the outside, take a moment. Sami Zayn telling Solo Sikoa to get back to his feet here. Solo Sikoa slowly makes his way back into the ring. As Kevin Owens is just looking to wear out Jimmy Uso. We've said it a few times, Jimmy Uso had such a great start to his Universe Mode career, but it seems to have been going downhill in recent weeks. He definitely will want to retain those titles here tonight, because otherwise he's pretty much lost everything that he's worked very hard to get. Sami Zayn inside the ring, delivering a suplex to Solo Sikoa, now hanging Solo Sikoa up off the top rope and slamming him arm first into the mat. Just looking to take out the power game from Solo Sikoa, targeting those arms and the shoulders as Kevin Owens is sent into the steel steps on the outside. Big strikes being delivered by Sami Zayn inside the ring. Now Sami Zayn sending Solo Sikoa into the far corner and then delivering an elbow drop to the back of the head. Jimmy Uso and Kevin Owens still brawling on the outside right now, and slammed into the cage goes Kevin Owens. Oh, and Jimmy Uso was looking for the super kick to the back of the head, but luckily for Kevin Owens, he was able to get out of dodge. Into the cover goes Sami Zayn. Now Kevin Owens thinks that this one's all over, but Jimmy Uso finds a way to get the shoulder up. Big strikes now by Sami Zayn, taking Jimmy Uso down to the mat. As now Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn have Solo Sikoa all alone here. Sami Zayn just telling Kevin Owens to finish it, but Solo Sikoa rolls to the outside to create a bit of space. Jimmy Uso now up onto the apron, able to just take advantage of Kevin Owens being distracted by Solo Sikoa on the other side. Oh, and just the disrespect to slap Kevin Owens in the back of the head, and now into the Hurricane Rana by Sami Zayn. Now big right hand delivered, taking Jimmy Uso down to the mat. Went into the cover, but Solo Sikoa was well alert to all the action. There's now Sami Zayn here in a 2-on-1 situation. Suplex delivered, but Kevin Owens back into the ring now. A suplex delivered to him as well for good measure. Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso doing well here, trying to remain in control of this match. Those tag team titles mean so much to the Bloodline, and I'm sure that Roman Reigns will not be happy if they lose those titles. They've already lost the United States Championship. They had full control over SmackDown at one point, especially the men's division, where Roman Reigns currently holding that Universal Championship. Kevin Owens into the pin. Could he get the victory here? New champions? No. Solo Sikoa gets the shoulder up. But as I was saying, Jimmy Uso had the United States Championship, Roman Reigns with the Universal Championship. And then Jimmy and Solo sharing the tag team titles. So they were in full control of Friday Night SmackDown until they had that blip where Jimmy Uso was looking to retain his title against Logan Paul, the former champion, during Logan's rematch clause. Or during his rematch, I should say. Into the stunner delivered on Solo Sikoa, but Jimmy Uso was able to break up the count. Sami Zayn now gonna look to take out Solo Sikoa. Targeting the legs now is Sami Zayn. Targeting the knee. Up to the top rope went Jimmy Uso, but he thought better of it. May have been thinking to fly to the outside, but I think it's probably a good job that he decided not to. Not much room to work with out there. And oh my goodness, into the blue thunder bomb. Sami Zayn could be about to pin Jimmy Uso. The new tag team champions. Solo Sikoa into the ring, and he's able to break it up. I'm not sure why Kevin Owens didn't stop Solo Sikoa there. He probably didn't notice that Solo had made his way back into the ring. Probably getting a little bit too excited, thinking that this match was over. It's now Solo Sikoa with Kevin Owens up and driving Kevin Owens face first into the turnbuckle. Solo Sikoa's feeling it here. Sami Zayn and Jimmy Uso on the far side of the ring. Sami sent to the outside. Just realised that that table was brought into play. I didn't actually see who brought that in, to be honest. I wonder if they're going to utilise that here. So now Jimmy Uso just waiting for his turn to target Kevin Owens, but Sami Zayn was able to save Kevin Owens there. Now the action spills to the outside again. Sami Zayn here, heading to the outside. Jimmy Uso telling him to get back into the ring as he does so, and oh my goodness, Kevin Owens has been sent through the cage. The walls collapsed as now Jimmy Uso into the cover to retain the titles. No. It's going to take a lot more than that to keep Sami Zayn down. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are all too familiar with the Bloodline. Kevin Owens just about able to make it back to his feet and make his way back into the ring. But we're going to have to repair that door because we do have more Hell in a Cell matches coming here tonight. There's now Kevin Owens looking to back it up in the corner and delivering the cannonball to Jimmy Uso. Now into the cover. Oh my goodness. Sami Zayn sent through the wall as well, but luckily for Solo, Jimmy was able to get the shoulder up. Oh my goodness. Solo Sikoa catching Kevin Owens with a Samoan spike into the cover. This one could be all over to retain the titles. No. Kevin Owens this time able to get the shoulder up. Jimmy Uso getting the WWE Universe to acknowledge the Bloodline again. German suplex delivered. The two walls on the Hell in a Cell have been busted open. And a big boot delivered by Sami Zayn into the cover now. The new champions, Solo Sikoa, just able to break up the count. I thought for a second Solo may not have been able to get round there to break things up. Big right hand by Sami Zayn. Now Solo being brought back again, but finds a reversal. Solo Sikoa, big headbutt delivered to Sami Zayn, and that may have just busted Sami Zayn wide open. It's going to be bleeding all over the floor here. It is a Hell in a Cell match, so what more do you expect than blood, sweat and tears? Leg drop delivered to the elbow of Sami Zayn. Oh my goodness, Kevin Owens sent through the wall once again by Jimmy Uso this time. Jimmy and Kevin heading outside the cell here. What could they be planning? Inside the ring with Solo Sikoa and Sami Zayn, but Kevin Owens looking to fight his way perhaps back into the into the cage, maybe. Almost said cage and cell at the same time there. But inside the ring, Sami Zayn is in a bit of trouble. Jimmy Uso looking to keep control of Kevin Owens on the outside. Sami Zayn in trouble, but he finds a way to get the shoulder up. Kevin Owens, what is he? Oh my goodness, what is Kevin Owens thinking here? Kevin Owens is climbing the cell here. Jimmy Uso looking to follow. Kevin Owens just waiting for Jimmy Uso. Oh my goodness. These two need to be careful. They're hanging about maybe 20 foot up in the air. Slamming each other face first, just kind of dangling here. Kevin Owens and Jimmy Uso just slamming each other into that cell wall. Oh my goodness. Jimmy Uso only just holding on here. Jimmy able to find a reversal. Now Kevin Owens, oh my goodness, Jimmy Uso flying off of the cage, off of the cell, and Kevin Owens going to ascend to the top of the cell here. I'm not sure how smart this is, because if Sami Zayn is in trouble inside the ring, which he is, the spinning solo connected. Kevin Owens deciding against being on top of the cage, but luckily Sami Zayn able to find a way to get that shoulder up once again. Kevin Owens and Jimmy Uso look like they're about to do the same thing that they just did. You've got to think, if Jimmy Uso falls here once again, then his night could be all over. Solo Sikoa looking like he wants to perhaps assist Jimmy Uso. Maybe Jimmy called out to Solo just moments ago, and Jimmy Uso busted wide open after being slammed face first into the cage. And Kevin Owens falling down to the concrete floor on the outside. Jimmy Uso and Sami Zayn heading to the top of the cell here. Oh my word, Jimmy Uso just looking to get the crowd to acknowledge him. He almost fell off the cage. Clothesline delivered. I thought Sami Zayn may have been in trouble of falling down there. All the superstars heading to the top of the cell here. What on earth are we witnessing right now? Jimmy Uso and Sami Zayn. DDT delivered onto the steel grate. That metal is welded together up there. There's no give. So being driven face first, especially when you've been busted wide open, and Sami Zayn could have almost been sent off the cage there. Oh my goodness. The Samoan spike delivered by Solo Sikoa to Kevin Owens on top of the cell, but they need to get back into the ring to finish this match. There's no pinfalls up here. The only way is to win by pinfall or submission inside of the ropes, inside of the ring. Sami Zayn's trying to get the crowd behind him, and Kevin Owens stomping away at Jimmy Uso. My word. Who is going to come out on top? Who is going to come out as WWE Tag Team Champions here tonight? Jimmy Uso quickly back to his feet. You've got to think that if anyone goes crashing down either into the ring or off of the cage here, then the other team's probably going to be victorious. Especially if someone crashes through the middle of the cage and back into the ring. They're going to be in big, big trouble. Kevin Owens now just stalking Solo Sikoa here. What's he got planned? Kevin Owens into the neck breaker. Oh my goodness. Jimmy Uso slammed down onto that middle section there, and you can see it's caved in ever so slightly. So Sami Zayn and Jimmy Uso are, oh my goodness, in a bit of a tricky situation in the middle there, because they could go falling straight through into the ring. Solo Sikoa again feeling it here, trying to get the crowd behind him and Jimmy Uso. But the crowd are well and truly behind Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Now Sami Zayn, oh my goodness, Sami Zayn into the Hurricane Rana. Now another dent on the top there. You got to think that someone's going to fall through here. These superstars need to be careful, because at a moment's notice, oh my goodness, no way, into the, oh my goodness, into the cover now, the Blue Thunder Bomb through the cell, through the roof, and we've got new tag team champions. Oh my word.
Here are your winners, the team of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
What a way to crown new tag team champions. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn topple the Bloodline once again. Oh my goodness, the Blue Thunder Bomb through the roof. What have we just seen?
the WWE Women's Championship.
I'm still trying to catch my breath from that last match. Oh my goodness, I can't believe the way that ended. But I'm going to move on with the show regardless. Bianca Belair looking to potentially become a double champion in the future, maybe. If she's successful here tonight, then she will be going to Summerslam with a title opportunity. So Bianca Belair did make it clear recently on Friday Night SmackDown that she is potentially looking to win back her WWE Women's Championship here tonight. And then, of course, she does still have that World Championship opportunity at SummerSlam. So she could potentially head to SummerSlam and become a double champion. But you've got to think that she may even have to do double duty at SummerSlam, because I'm sure that the current champion Becky Lynch, if she is to lose her title here tonight, she will be using that rematch clause. The man Becky Lynch with that WWE Women's Championship around her waist. The man is looking to retain that championship. Both Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch didn't have the most impressive starts to their Universe Mode careers, but as you can see, they're now on top of the mountain in the SmackDown Women's division. Becky Lynch was able to take that championship away from Bianca Belair after Bianca was able to topple Io Sky and then successfully retain the championship against Io Sky in the rematch. So this is Bianca Belair's rematch clause. But she does potentially have another opportunity in the future, even if she is unsuccessful here tonight. As I said, she does have that SummerSlam Championship opportunity due to winning the gauntlet match at Survivor Series.
Introducing the challenger from Knoxville, Tennessee, Bianca Belair. And her opponent from Dublin, Ireland, the WWE Women's Champion, Becky Lynch.
So this is going to be one hell of a match between these two. Just singles action, straight one-on-one wrestling for that championship right there. Could that be the last time that the man hands over that title? Could Bianca Belair be potentially heading to SummerSlam on the cusp of becoming a double champion? We're about to find out. It's one hell of a night for both of these superstars. Who's going to come out victorious? This matchup underway. WWE Women's Championship on the line, and Bianca Belair straight out the gates into the cover now, potentially thinking that she's done enough to pin the champion. We did see at Survivor Series that Becky Lynch came flying out the gates and kind of took Bianca Belair by storm, and just really Bianca Belair never got going in that one. Into an exploder suplex by Becky Lynch. Bianca Belair will look to try and avoid that from happening here tonight, but she had a good start, obviously, with a quick move out the gates and then into the cover, but going for the pinfall so early on could be her downfall here. Could have been a big mistake by Bianca Belair. But now Bianca fighting back here. Big right hands being delivered, shoulder tackle in the corner. Bianca Belair knows what's at stake. She could be making history at SummerSlam if she's able to win back her championship here tonight and then potentially win the Women's World Championship. She will end up being a double champion if that is to happen. But waiting at SummerSlam, we do know Ronda Rousey and Rhea Ripley could potentially be going one-on-one for that championship. That Women's World Championship is not on the line here tonight. As Becky Lynch now slamming Bianca Belair down to the mat. Got to say that Charlotte Flair is still in the picture as well for the Women's World Championship over on Monday Night Raw. I'm not sure what the referee is doing here. He's getting himself trapped in the corner. Becky Lynch able to get the reversal because of that. I'm sure that Bianca Belair is not going to be very happy with that, but she's able to fight her way out of the clutches of the man. And the EST of WWE now slamming the man down face first into the mat. This is more like Bianca Belair into the cover now. What a big kick out found straight away by Becky Lynch. These two going eye to eye for a brief moment there. Almost acknowledging each other as big competitors. Bianca Belair now just stating that she's going to wipe the floor with Becky Lynch here tonight, probably because of all the rumours and all the speculation going around online after the Survivor Series event where everyone stated that Becky Lynch just wiped the floor with Bianca, so maybe she's going to claim to do the same here tonight. But Becky Lynch is not going to lie down lightly. Now Bianca Belair into a stalling suplex perhaps on the outside. Look at the power on display by the EST, slamming down Becky Lynch to the mat. Or to the concrete floor, I should say. As now Becky Lynch sent flying across the concrete floor here. And, well, the ref's on an 8 count here. Becky Lynch could be retaining her title. Bianca Belair needs to break out the count or something, because Becky Lynch, oh my goodness, Becky Lynch could have just retained her title there. It was on a 9 count. Luckily the referee didn't continue the count. I'm not sure why Bianca Belair didn't just go outside the ring and break up the count there. That was a little bit odd, but maybe she wanted to keep the high ground inside the ring as she slammed down to the mat here. Big kick delivered. Now Becky Lynch off the ropes and leg drop delivered. We've seen her do this once, and there's a second leg drop. Already saw her do that once here tonight, Becky Lynch. There's now both superstars on the outside. Becky Lynch getting a bit of a run up here, but oh, she runs into a right hand. Many right hands, that is, before delivering a sharp elbow into a suplex onto the concrete. These two leaving it all out on the line. Both superstars just gradually making their way to their feet, and Becky Lynch driving Bianca Belair neck first into the concrete. Becky Lynch again driving her into the apron now. The EST, a 7 count here. Becky Lynch could be about to retain her title potentially. Bianca Belair needs to get back into the ring here. She's able to do so on the 9 count. We don't want to see this match end with a count out. That'll be such a shame. Snake Eyes delivered to Becky Lynch into the cover. Could this be enough? No, the man has more in the tank. And Bianca Belair getting the crowd behind her. The crowd don't seem to really have a favourite here tonight. They love both of these two women just equally, as the man now delivering many bombs. She's able to get the upper hand in this exchange, and a wicked clothesline delivered. Taking the EST down to the mat. Becky Lynch heading to the top rope. What's she got planned? The leg drop across the chest and the heart. Into the cover now to retain the title. No. Becky Lynch not quite able to finish the match up just there, but she could be about to do so. Bianca Belair is in deep trouble right now. Oh, she's able to find a reversal. She misses with a clothesline though, and Becky Lynch slamming her down to the mat. This one could be all over. The manhandle slam delivered, but no. Big kick out found by Bianca Belair. My word. Now Becky Lynch into the leg drop again. Going full length for the ring here. Well, but Bianca Belair has it well scouted this time. Big clothesline connects this time by the EST. Just waiting for Becky Lynch to get back to her feet. What's she got planned? She was looking to send her into the ropes, but Becky found a reversal. Looking to wear out EST. Big drop kick delivered to the jaw. Bianca Belair just crawling into the corner now. Using the ropes to get back to her feet. Absolutely exhausted is Bianca Belair. Now into the Exploder. I guess you could say the Bexploder into the corner. Into the cover now for the victory. No. Bianca Belair somehow able to roll that shoulder up. She looks like she could be losing gas in the tank though, Bianca Belair. She could be on her last legs here. Becky Lynch needs to really try and put the foot on the gas. Try and finish this matchup, but Bianca Belair once again with those elbows to the midsection. Able to break the grasp of Becky Lynch. Oh, and Bianca could have been looking for something there, but Becky able to find a reversal. Big forearm into the corner. Becky Lynch now. What could she have planned for the EST? Driving her face first into the corner. Big chop delivered. Now sharp elbow. Found by Bianca Belair. Wicked clothesline to follow. And Becky Lynch brought back to her feet. Big strikes being delivered. The EST really trying to rally the crowd here. She could be looking to maybe finish the match up here. But Becky Lynch able to find a reversal. Reverse DDT. Now Becky Lynch trying to rally the crowd. Oh my word. Who is going to come out on top? Who is going to be the WWE Women's Champion? Could we potentially see a cash-in with this match? We didn't see LA Knight earlier on tonight in the World Heavyweight Championship match. He decided against cashing in on Carmelo Hayes. But could we see Tiffany Stratton potentially cash in here tonight? That definitely is a possibility. And driven face first into the mat goes Becky Lynch. We have seen Tiffany Stratton in and around Friday Night SmackDown recently. She's been trying to pretty much side with Nia Jax, and it seems like she has pretty much teamed with Nia Jax. Big elbow delivered by Becky Lynch. So these two superstars aren't even going to be worrying about that right now. All they have in mind is trying to get that championship and try and win this matchup, which Becky Lynch could be about to do, but no. Bianca Belair again fighting through the pain to just hold on in this matchup. This match could go on all night, honestly. Both these superstars know exactly what's at stake. History could be in the making right here. Now Bianca Belair able to find a reversal and shoulder tackle delivered to the man Becky Lynch. Bianca Belair now showing off with the power on display. The man up overhead and slammed down to the mat. She could make... No, she's not going to go for the cover. I thought maybe Bianca Belair would go for the cover there just to see where Becky Lynch is at. Or looking for a super kick, but Becky Lynch finds a reversal into the bridge off of the German suplex to retain the title. No! Bianca Belair again gets the shoulder up. Incredible stuff. And now, oh, well, into the manhandle slam. This one, you got to believe, is all over. Has Bianca Belair got anything left? She doesn't. Becky Lynch spoils the party, retains her championship. But the thing is...
And still, the WWE Women's Champion, Becky Lynch!
But now the question looms, who is Bianca Belair going to go after at SummerSlam? Does she try and go back after that Women's Championship, the WWE Women's Championship? Or does she move on over to the World title over on Monday Night Raw? We'll have to wait and see. So the man Becky Lynch was successful in retaining her WWE Women's Championship, but moving on with the show. And we have the Unholy Union pretty much debuting as a tag team here in this universe mode. Alba Fire and Isla Dawn.
The following contest is a tag team Hell in a Cell match. And the team of Isla Dawn and Alba Fire.
So Isla Dawn in recent weeks just making her presence felt by attacking Liv Morgan. We thought that this rivalry between Liv Morgan and Alba Fire was over, but it seems like it's not, and Liv Morgan was the woman to set out the challenge here tonight. She did challenge these two to an elimination match, but unfortunately this match is just going to be one pinfall. There's no eliminations here, so whoever gets the victory. The first pinfall will be victorious here tonight. Alba Fire and Isla Dawn will be looking to try and get a victory, and Alba Fire specifically will be looking to try and get her first victory over Liv Morgan. This has been going on since the WWE draft. Alba Fire and Liv Morgan. We could be maybe heading towards the end of this rivalry, hopefully.
And their opponents, first.
Oh my word. Well, look who it is. It's Ruby Riott. So Liv Morgan did state that she was going to bring her own tag team partner, and well, it seems like she reached out to Ruby Riott, and she's back here in WWE. Is it going to be for one night only, or is she officially back here and potentially going to reform the Riott squad? I guess only time will tell, but Ruby Riott is back in WWE nonetheless. And what a time to coming back into Hell in a Cell. My goodness.
And from Elmwood Park, New Jersey, Liv Morgan.
So Liv Morgan also throwing it back to her days in the Riott squad, bringing back the attire that she used to wear when she teamed with Ruby Riott. So a little bit of nostalgia here for Liv Morgan fans, and especially the Riott squad fans, because, well, Ruby Riott's back. One hell of a shock that is, didn't expect that. But tag team action coming up for you. The Riott squad reuniting to face up against the Unholy Union, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. Who is going to come out victorious in this one? Let's find out. The last Hell in a Cell match was absolutely brutal. Superstars being crashed through the walls and through the ceiling, as Ruby Riott now into the cover, looking for a quick victory, but Alba Fire able to get the shoulder up there. Now Isla Dawn and Liv Morgan. Definitely some bad blood there between these two, especially from recent weeks, as Isla Dawn has just been brutalizing Liv Morgan on Friday nights. Ruby Riott now just taking advantage of Alba Fire, able to take control of this match. But Alba Fire now and Isla Dawn looking to maybe double team Ruby Riott here. Liv Morgan straight back into this one. Alba Fire sent into the ropes, into the corner. Isla Dawn just taunting to the crowd as she slammed head first into the mat by Liv Morgan. So these superstars looking to leave it all out on the line here tonight. Looks like Ruby Riott is feeling the wear and tear already. As now Liv Morgan up onto the ropes here and into the Hurricane Rana on Alba Fire. Liv Morgan, of course, was victorious against Alba Fire very early on in this universe mode, where she was victorious in that ambulance match, able to put Alba Fire down, put her into that ambulance, and now the second match between these two is a tag team Hell in a Cell match. So you got to think, if Liv Morgan can get the victory, then maybe she well and truly does have Alba Fire in her rearview mirror. That's only if she can potentially get the victory, and especially if she's able to pin Alba Fire here tonight. Isla Dawn making her way back to her feet though. Into the side rushing leg sweep goes Isla Dawn, and follows it up with some ground and pound on Liv Morgan. Now Isla Dawn and Ruby Riott going to go at it inside the ring. German suplex delivered by Isla Dawn. Isla Dawn looking quite impressive, to be honest, here tonight. She's really holding her weight. Really helping out Alba Fire here. There's now Alba Fire and Liv Morgan again locking up inside the ring. Driven down head first into the mat, into the cover for the victory. No. Big kick out found, but Isla Dawn was there, so you got to think she probably would have been able to break up the count. I believe the Unholy Union would have been safe there, even if Alba Fire wasn't able to get the shoulder up. Driven face first into the mat goes Alba Fire now. And Liv Morgan just targeting the spine here on Alba Fire. And Isla Dawn with a big kick to the back of the head of Ruby Riott. I'm sure Ruby Riott's probably going to be wondering why she decided to return to a Hell in a Cell match, especially against the Unholy Union. That's not the type of team that you want to really have your return against. And Alba Fire now. And Isla Dawn just looking to double team Liv Morgan here potentially. Just stomping away on the face, taking turns. Oh my goodness, Alba Fire now, the disrespect. Just with her foot on the face of Liv Morgan. Ruby Riott though, looking to break this up by taking Isla Dawn out of the picture. Liv Morgan rolling to the outside though. Isla Dawn now into a suplex. Driving Ruby Riott down to the mat, into the cover for the victory potentially, but no. Liv Morgan able to break things up inside the ring. Now into the roll up by Ruby Riott, but Isla Dawn was well aware of the situation. Able to break things up for her team. Liv Morgan and Isla Dawn outside the cage here. Outside the cell. Got to be careful. We saw Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn get slammed through those cage walls. They are welded together and screwed in, but enough damage and they will come apart. It's now Ruby Riott really looking to take the fight to Alba Fire inside the ring. Big strikes delivered, but Alba Fire able to find a reversal. Now Alba Fire showing a disrespect to Ruby Riott here. Just driving her foot into the throat of Ruby Riott. And a table brought into play by Liv Morgan. Potentially thinking about maybe sending Alba Fire through that thing. European uppercut on the outside. Isla Dawn just kind of watching on as Liv Morgan and Alba Fire brawl it out on the outside. Isla Dawn now going to head over towards Ruby Riott. All the superstars on the outside of the ring, and Ruby Riott was just super kicked in the back of the head. And she went crashing into the steel steps and the cage wall. And Liv Morgan and Alba Fire now on the far side. Super kick almost delivered by Liv Morgan, but she just about missed out on that one. Alba Fire sending Liv Morgan into the ring. I'm sure that Alba Fire will want to get the pinfall on Liv Morgan to send a bit of a message here. So she's in a good place to be able to do so. It's just those two inside the ring, and Alba Fire utilising a fireball. What on earth was that? My goodness. Liv Morgan in big trouble inside the ring. Alba Fire, I'm not sure why she's not going for the pinfall, but I guess she's living up to her name by utilising some fire to try and get the victory in this matchup. My goodness, Liv Morgan probably doesn't even know where she is right now. Isla Dawn now with a big forearm strike to the side of the head, and she could be looking for a sleeper hold here. But no, she didn't quite get it locked in. Clothesline delivered by Liv Morgan. Maybe she's kind of coming back to her senses again. Big kick delivered to the side of the head of Liv Morgan. And then a kick delivered to the upper chest and the heart of Ruby Riott. Alba Fire now just looking to go in for perhaps a sleeper hold of her own, maybe. Or she may have even been going for a bunch of little strikes there, just trying to wear out Ruby Riott. The Unholy Union are really working well together here. Riott Squad could be in a bit of trouble. Most of this matchup has been the Unholy Union on top of things, really keeping things going by looking at each other's backs, looking out for each other, and into the cover. Alba Fire to pin. No, she couldn't quite pin Liv Morgan, but Ruby Riott also able to get the shoulder up before the referee needs to go in for the count. These two teams just going back and forth. Alba Fire sent to the outside now. Ruby Riott Did have Isla Dawn right where she wanted her for a second there. But Isla Dawn able to create some space by heading to the outside. All these superstars again on the outside of the ring and inside the cage, but for how long are they going to stay there? Slammed face first into the cell goes Alba Fire by Liv Morgan, and slammed again into that steel, into the cage, and super kick to the back of the head. This is exactly what Liv Morgan had in mind when she set this challenge out. She wanted to utilize the cell and brutalize the Unholy Union. A big elbow strike delivered by Alba Fire, European uppercut. Now Liv Morgan in some trouble right now. Ascent slammed first into the cell wall again. This time Liv Morgan, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn inside the ring, just going to double team on Ruby Riott. As Liv Morgan trying to recover on the outside. Ruby Riott trying to fight back, but it's just too much. The numbers game, and a big strike, clubbing blow to the back of the head, and Liv Morgan into the oblivion out of absolutely nowhere into the cover. But Isla Dawn is right there and able to break things up for her team. Isla Dawn and Liv Morgan now. Isla Dawn slamming Liv Morgan down to the mat. Surprised she didn't go for the pinfall there, probably because Liv Morgan was rolling towards the outside. Now Ruby Riott is in some trouble. She's in between a rock and a hard place here, but she finds a jawbreaker. As Alba Fire as well as switches her attention to Liv Morgan on the other side. Liv Morgan and Alba Fire just brawling it out there on the far side. As Ruby Riott now driving Isla Dawn to the mat, but luckily for Isla Dawn and the Unholy Union, once again Alba Fire well aware of the danger that her partner's in. She's able to save the match up. Liv Morgan now, big kick strike, and strikes the fuller, and a spinning heel kick, as well as some new moves by Liv Morgan. We don't see her doing that very often. Now big right hand by Alba Fire. Alba Fire driving the knee into the back of the head of Liv Morgan, but Liv Morgan quickly to her feet, sending Alba Fire into the ropes, but the referee getting in the way. Seems to be doing that quite a lot here tonight. We're going to have a word with him. There's now Liv Morgan just showing off her agility and her high-flying ability. The steel chair brought into play, and Liv Morgan going to utilise it. Even though I'm pretty sure it was Isla Dawn who brought that into play, into the cover now for the victory. No! Alba Fire gets the shoulder up. Isla Dawn now into the cover. She's looking for the victory for the Unholy Union, but Liv Morgan has plenty of fight left in her. She rolls to the outside, creating some space once again. You have to feel that we must be closing in on the ending of this matchup. Alba Fire and Liv Morgan now. Alba Fire just waiting for Liv Morgan to get back to her feet. And Liv Morgan gets the upper hand, sends out Alba Fire back into the ring. Now, the Unholy Union looking to maybe double team Liv Morgan on the outside of the ring here. Ruby Riott gonna head on out to try and give a hand to Liv Morgan. But Alba Fire gets the upper hand, sending the Riott squad, Ruby Riott and Liv Morgan, pretty much into each other. Now European uppercuts being delivered. These teams just brawling it out on the outside here. Isla Dawn sent away, and oh my goodness, Alba Fire sent through the cell wall to the outside. Clearly that wall wasn't screwed in tight enough, especially after being broken already once here tonight. Isla Dawn is inside the ring with that steel chair, just looking to lay waste to Liv Morgan, while Ruby Riott and Alba Fire could be looking to climb to the top of the cell. Liv Morgan inside the ring though, looking for the victory. She's not able to find it though. Ruby Riott trying to get the upper hand here, and she does so. Alba Fire goes crashing down. She's got to be 20 feet in the air. crashing down to the concrete floor below. Ruby Wyatt just standing on top of the world here. As Liv Morgan looking to destroy Isla Dawn inside the ring with that sledgehammer. Isla Dawn utilising the mist. But I can't tell whether Liv Morgan was able to get the reversal or not. I think she may have done. She may have been able to just about avoid that one. Super kick delivered on top of the cell by Alba Fire. Alba Fire now. And Ruby Wyatt are in a very precarious position up there. They could come crashing down to the outside or even inside the ring. We saw that was the way that the Tag Team Championship match ended between the Bloodline and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. There's now Isla Dawn with that steel chair to the back of the head of Liv Morgan. Twice in a row and then stomping on the back of the head. Surprised she's not going for the pinfall, to be honest. This would be the right time to do so. Isla Dawn now sending Liv Morgan into the corner. Liv Morgan just absolutely exhausted here. Isla Dawn really targeting the spine of Liv Morgan, and Ruby Wyatt was in some trouble, but she was able to slip in behind. She didn't want to receive a suplex up there. Driven head first, the back of the head into the knee of Alba Fire. Again, Liv Morgan utilising that sledgehammer inside the ring. And the mist again. Oh, no. Liv Morgan again able to reverse it. And now Liv Morgan off of the knee. The face breaker or the jawbreaker into the cover. No, she can't quite get the victory. I thought for sure that this one was all over. Isla Dawn really trying to utilise that mist, but she can't quite do so. Into the oblivion off of the chair. I think that Liv Morgan may have hit herself on the chair as well. She's just able to drape the arm over into the cover. She could be about to get the victory. She does so. Liv Morgan with a massive, massive win. Able to pin Isla Dawn here. Ruby Riott and Liv Morgan victorious in this Hell in a Cell match. Well, what a victory that is for these two. Especially Liv Morgan getting a victory after that oblivion off of the steel chair on Isla Dawn. Well, is that the last chapter of this rivalry, or are we going to see more between Alba Fire and Liv Morgan? We'll have to wait and see. So just moments after, Liv Morgan able to get a massive, massive victory against Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. We move on with the show, and we have none other than Bray Wyatt in action. We saw him earlier on tonight with Uncle Howdy. Uncle Howdy almost gave Bray Wyatt no choice but to accept his challenge at a match, but Bray Wyatt was able to convince him to do a mixed tag match, so mixed gender tag. It is going to be Bray Wyatt and Alexa Bliss versus the Howdys here tonight. So Bray Wyatt fresh off of a feud with Karrion Kross. Unfortunately, he didn't come out victorious in that feud. But Bray Wyatt once again going to walk out of this doorway, potentially trying to leave that darkness behind again. But is he going to be able to do so with Uncle Howdy looming over his shoulder? Seems like Uncle Howdy must have had a big role to play with Karrion Kross being involved in this whole situation. Seems like Karrion Kross's job has been done. But Bray Wyatt once again leaving the mask behind, looking to walk out of the darkness with the lantern guiding his way. Is he going to be able to be victorious here tonight against Uncle Howdy and Auntie Howdy? Seems like he's definitely coming closer and closer to potentially leaving that darkness behind. But he's definitely going to have to go through Uncle Howdy if he wants to get there, if he wants to start that new chapter in his life and in his career. Uncle Howdy is definitely not going to make it easy for him. But finally we do see Bray Wyatt and Alexa Bliss teaming once again. Although it could be a little bit too late for Alexa, because it does seem like Auntie Howdy must have gotten into her head. Because Alexa Bliss in recent weeks, we saw her on Monday Night Raw in her possessed state. And in that final match between Bray Wyatt and Karrion Kross, we saw the possessed Alexa Bliss make her way out to ringside. And as soon as Karrion Kross laid his hands on Alexa Bliss, that was it. Bray Wyatt just absolutely lost it. But ultimately, Uncle Howdy was the man who pretty much cost Bray Wyatt that whole entire feud, really. 2 matches that Bray Wyatt had won, and Uncle Howdy cost Bray Wyatt those matches. Got himself involved. Just couldn't leave things alone. Couldn't allow Bray Wyatt to start this new chapter in his life and start this new chapter in his career. So speaking of Alexa Bliss, it does seem like the possessed Alexa is going to make her way out here. Here she is.
From Columbus, Ohio.
So Alexa Bliss, in her possessed state, is she going to be in any kind of shape to really team with Bray Wyatt? Is she going to be somehow under the control of the Howdies? Or is she going to be able to fight her way out of it here? Only time will tell. Many questions being asked around Alexa. Is she going to be on Bray's side, or is she sided with the Howdies? Because that could be a possibility. Well, only time will tell, I guess. But the first time that we're going to see Alexa Bliss in action in some time. That sinister look on her face. Something that at one point in her career we came a little bit all too familiar with. And it seems like we may have to familiarize ourselves with that again. There's now Bray Wyatt and Alexa Bliss. I'll wait for this man to make his arrival. Uncle Howdy, the man that could be behind all of this. With the sinister grin on his face. Seemingly very proud of himself for everything that he's done so far. Looking to bring the darkness back into Bray Wyatt's life. Not about to allow Bray Wyatt to just walk on out of here and walk on out of the darkness and leave it all behind. As Uncle Howdy seems like he's well and truly in the thick of it. In the thick of the darkness, that is. Seems like anywhere he goes, darkness follows. As he slowly makes his way down to the ring. Bray Wyatt must have some kind of plan here tonight, because he'd be a bit of a fool to come into this match after everything that's gone on without some kind of plan. And Uncle Howdy just slowly making his way into the ring. So mixed gender tag team action coming at you. Uncle Howdy and Bray Wyatt are the men that are going to start this one. But the question does loom whether Alexa Bliss is going to be herself here. Is she going to be able to fight against the possession that the Howdies hold over her? Now Uncle Howdy driving Bray Wyatt down to the mat, utilizing his power. is Uncle Howdy. And now going in for a sleeper hold early on here. A little bit reminiscent of the cross jacket. Maybe trying to send a message to Bray Wyatt and make him remember all those weeks and months that have led up to this moment between himself and Karrion Kross. But Bray Wyatt now looking to try and turn this match around. The crowd getting behind him, and it's just snapping the neck of Uncle Howdy into the cover. For the victory, perhaps? No. Big kick out found by Uncle Howdy. Bray Wyatt now, big headbutt delivered. As now the women make their way into this one. Alexa Bliss and Auntie Howdy here. Auntie Howdy just taken down to the mat. Alexa Bliss, the possessed Alexa, just absolutely coming flying out of the gates here. Big strike delivered. Stomping away at the foot. And again is Alexa Bliss. Alexa now just stalking Auntie Howdy. Big shoulder tackle in the corner. Stomping away is Alexa here. Uncle Howdy looking a little bit uncomfortable at what he's seeing here. Who is going to come out victorious in this one? A big story that this has been. It's been kind of going on since the draft. There's been hints at Uncle Howdy sending little messages to Bray Wyatt. It all really has been revolving around Alexa Bliss though. Seems like Alexa has been almost the catalyst to this entire story of bringing Bray Wyatt and Uncle Howdy together. As now Auntie Howdy looks for the tag. Brings Uncle Howdy back into this one. Now Bray Wyatt and Uncle Howdy locking up and into the double-handed choke slam. Onto the mat, into the cover for the victory, perhaps? No. Big kick out by Uncle Howdy this time. So Bray Wyatt hasn't been very successful recently, but due to Uncle Howdy. But into the cover now, Uncle Howdy for the victory. No, big kick out found. Yeah, as I was saying, Bray Wyatt has been struggling recently because of Uncle Howdy's interferences. He hasn't been able to get many victories as of late. Each match that he's been involved with, Uncle Howdy has got himself involved and cost Bray Wyatt. Now elbow drop to the back from Bray Wyatt as Alexa Bliss heads back into this one with Auntie Howdy. Now Auntie Howdy into the Hurricane Rana, taking Alexa Bliss down to the mat. Now Auntie Howdy, big strikes being delivered. A big European uppercut. And now Alexa Bliss brought down to the mat here. As Auntie Howdy's in a bit of trouble here. Alexa Bliss just talking on the shoulders of Auntie Howdy, stomping away now on the head is Alexa Bliss. A bit of the vicious side of Alexa coming out here tonight. As it's pretty much understandable really, to be honest. Into the corner goes Alexa. Big European uppercut. Dropping Alexa Bliss down in the corner. As now Uncle Howdy and Bray Wyatt head back into the match. And Bray Wyatt straight into some ground and pound. Taking Uncle Howdy down to the mat. Now stomping away on the arm. And an elbow drop to the spine to follow. Bray Wyatt looking to just wear out Uncle Howdy. But Uncle Howdy, I'm sure he probably feels that he knows Bray Wyatt very well. And a spear delivered out of absolutely nowhere from Uncle Howdy. Into the cover for the victory perhaps, but no. One hell of a message that would be if Uncle Howdy was able to pin Bray Wyatt here tonight. But now Alexa Bliss and, oh my goodness, just ran straight into Auntie Howdy's boot. So Auntie Howdy now looking to take Alexa into the corner, but Alexa able to fight out of it. These two going back and forth. Now being sent into the ropes. Alexa Bliss, not really sure what happened there. Oh my goodness, a big kick again delivered. It looked like Alexa was caught in her own thoughts for a second there as she bumped into Auntie Howdy off of the ropes. Perhaps Auntie Howdy using some of her powers, I guess, to take control of Alexa briefly. But Alexa Bliss just looking to take the fight to Auntie Howdy here. Now, what's Alexa Bliss thinking? Bringing Auntie Howdy back to her feet. Looking to maybe take Auntie Howdy into the corner, but she had a different thoughts, did Auntie Howdy. Sending Alexa off the ropes, and then a kitchen sink delivered to the midsection. Another tag as Uncle Howdy's back into it. Who's going to come out victorious in this mixed gender tag team match? Hung up on the top rope as Uncle Howdy. Now stumped to the foot by Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt looks like he's gaining frustration, really. Gaining frustrated with this match. Perhaps he feels like he should have put Uncle Howdy away already. But this is the first time that we're actually seeing Uncle Howdy in action. Oh, another spear delivered by Uncle Howdy. Just targeting the ribs of Bray Wyatt here. Now raking on the nose and the eyes. Oh, and Uncle Howdy couldn't quite get Bray into his grasp. Now Uncle Howdy sent into the corner. Big right hand delivered. Big headbutt. Repeated headbutts here by Bray Wyatt. The frustration boiling over. Bray Wyatt just absolutely brutalizing Uncle Howdy in the corner there. Into the cover now. Could this be enough for the victory? No, it's not. Auntie Howdy briefly thought that she may have needed to get involved there, but Uncle Howdy into the roll-up. No, Bray Wyatt able to get the shoulder up this time. Now raking on the eyes again. Oh, but Bray Wyatt able to fight his way out of it now. Into the suplex is Bray. Driving Uncle Howdy down to the mat. Now Uncle Howdy and Bray Wyatt here. What are they thinking? Well, Uncle Howdy getting a reversal into the back body drop. Driving Bray Wyatt down into the canvas. Again looking to rake on the eyes. And oh, Uncle Howdy just slamming Bray Wyatt down after targeting the spine once again. Alexa Bliss into this match again with Auntie Howdy. Oh, and just running into that kick again. Looks like Alexa, either she's not learning or Auntie Howdy is getting into her head once more. Auntie Howdy and Uncle Howdy just exchanging some words briefly there on the outside. Now, Alexa Bliss in some trouble. The backside suplex. Driving Alexa neck first into the concrete on the outside after being driven into the ring post as well. And now Alexa Bliss getting some revenge. Driving Auntie Howdy into the ring post. Onto a 7 count here. Alexa telling Auntie Howdy to follow the buzzards. Is that actually Alexa Bliss, or is that whatever demon is living inside of Alexa right now? Now Auntie Howdy back to her feet. Sent into the ropes is Alexa Bliss into a German suplex delivered by Auntie Howdy. Now Auntie Howdy just targeting the side of the head with Alexa Bliss. It looks like this match has been mostly the Howdys, to be honest. Bray Wyatt has had some decent offense, but Alexa Bliss, I don't know if she has an answer for Auntie Howdy here tonight, to be honest. Now Uncle Howdy targeting that knee that has the brace over it on Bray Wyatt. Uncle Howdy just laughing to himself here. And now Uncle Howdy just snapping the neck of Bray Wyatt. I'm surprised that he's not gone for the pinfall after that. Instead, he wants to deal more damage. He again said to Bray Wyatt, come home. But Bray Wyatt again refusing to side with Uncle Howdy. Uncle Howdy now into the cover. But no, big kick out found by Bray Wyatt. It's going to take a lot more than that to keep Bray Wyatt down. Especially after the hell that you've put him through into a big body splash in the corner. Bray Wyatt here. What's he going for? Big connection. The body splash again. Just wiping out Uncle Howdy. Now another tag. There's Alexa Bliss now able to get the upper hand here as she enters the ring. And now Auntie Howdy able to find the reversal here. Alexa Bliss in the clutches of Auntie Howdy, sent into the corner. Up to the top rope goes Alexa. Big right hand delivered. Alexa Bliss is in some trouble right now. Auntie Howdy on the top rope. Into the superplex. Delivered by Auntie Howdy. The crowd loving what they're seeing. As now Bray Wyatt is tagged, or Uncle Howdy's tagged back in, so Bray Wyatt has to get back into the ring. Now big body splash into the corner, and well, we saw Bray Wyatt utilise this just moments ago. Uncle Howdy giving him a taste of his own medicine. Now he's going to tag himself out again. Well, a bit of a message sent there by the Howdys to Alexa and Bray. Bray Wyatt just not looking to engage with Auntie Howdy. As Auntie Howdy now targeting Alexa Bliss and specifically targeting the leg and the knee. And now, oh, Alexa able to find a reversal. Alexa Bliss with a wicked clothesline taking Auntie Howdy down to the concrete floor. As they head back into the ring. Who is going to come out victorious in this matchup? Is it going to be the Howdys? Is it going to be Bray Wyatt and Alexa Bliss? It could be moments away from finding out here. Drop kick delivered to the side of the head. And now Alexa Bliss looking to tag Bray Wyatt back in. Uncle Howdy now. Oh my goodness, a wicked clothesline. Almost took Bray Wyatt's head off. Into the cover. It could be all over here. Bray Wyatt able to grab the rope, and luckily the referee sees it this time. Well, Bray Wyatt now able to find a reversal. Growing frustrated once again. Driving Uncle Howdy headfirst into the mat. You feel like we're probably closing in on the ending of this matchup. Stomping on the hands here is Bray Wyatt. Could potentially be thinking about maybe going for the tag. He does so. Alexa Bliss and Auntie Howdy back into this one. Now Alexa Bliss in some trouble. Auntie Howdy delivering the Hurricane Rana. Alexa Bliss though, again falls into the trap. But now Alexa Bliss with a shoulder tackle taking Auntie Howdy down to the mat. And Alexa Bliss here got Auntie Howdy in her clutches, taking her into the corner. Drives her head first into the turnbuckle. And now stomping away in the corner. Auntie Howdy's in a bit of trouble here. Alexa Bliss allowing the anger and frustration to seep through. But again, you have to question whether that is actually Alexa Bliss or whether it's the demon that's inside of her. And Bray Wyatt looked like he got a little bit distracted by Auntie Howdy there for a moment, and Uncle Howdy was able to take advantage, but now Bray Wyatt finds a reversal with a back body drop. Both these teams are really working well together here tonight. Bray Wyatt with Uncle Howdy into the corner. It looks like Uncle Howdy could be busted wide open, and oh my word. And Bray Wyatt going with a little dance, and we know what follows after that. Bray Wyatt with Uncle Howdy into the sister Abigail. Auntie Howdy's laid out on the outside. This one could be all over for the victory. No, big kick out found by Uncle Howdy. I thought this match was over for sure, but Uncle Howdy was able to get that shoulder up, showing his resilience. Now big knee strike to the side of the head. 2 knee strikes and a third to follow. Bray Wyatt could be in some big trouble right now. Uncle Howdy looking to slam Bray Wyatt down to the mat with that Uranagi. Now going for the tag once more. Alexa Bliss and Auntie Howdy make their way into the ring. Big elbow strike delivered by Auntie Howdy. Alexa back to her feet. Big right hand connects. And Alexa Bliss into the standing moonsault. A bit of insult to injury there, I guess. And again, just driving the knees into the midsection. Now Alexa going to opt for the tag. Well, I wonder who's going to get the victory here. If any of these teams are ever going to get the victory. Seems like these teams could just fight all night, but into a bit of a dragon sleeper here. Bray Wyatt's in some trouble, but Alexa was able to get the dropkick. And oh my goodness, Bray Wyatt bumped into the referee for a moment, but now Bray Wyatt into the mandible claw, something that we're we're familiar with from The Fiend into the cover. Is he going to get the victory? Oh my goodness, I thought that was it, but Uncle Howdy got the shoulder up. How on earth did Uncle Howdy survive the mandible claw? Big right hand delivered. Uncle Howdy just whispered to Bray Wyatt that the mandible claw is only strong with The Fiend. Alexa now into the ring. There's now Auntie Howdy into the cover. Could she be about to get the victory? No. Big kick out found by Alexa. Auntie Howdy now. Big kick to the side of the head. Alexa sending Auntie Howdy off the ropes and looking for a clothesline, but Auntie Howdy able to reverse it. And now Auntie Howdy driving Alexa down to the mat, into the cover here. Alexa Bliss in deep trouble for the victory. No. Alexa finds the way to get the shoulder up again. Now another tag. Uncle Howdy and Bray Wyatt could be thinking about trying to finish this match. Auntie Howdy and Alexa Bliss are out on the outside. Auntie Howdy making her way back up to the apron. Bray Wyatt and Uncle Howdy follow Alexa and Auntie Howdy to the outside, to the concrete floor here. Oh, and double axe handle to the throat by Bray Wyatt there. Now elbow drop delivered to the heart of Uncle Howdy. Bray Wyatt telling Uncle Howdy to follow the buzzards and find his way out of the darkness. But I don't think that Uncle Howdy is going to do such a thing. As now he heads back into the ring. Uncle Howdy be potentially thinking about taking a count-out victory here. It's on an 8 count, but Bray Wyatt able to slide back into the ring. Now Bray Wyatt with a reverse DDT, and he's kind of hurt himself there. But he slowly makes his way back to his feet. Now Uncle Howdy back to his feet as well. Bray Wyatt with Uncle Howdy in his clutches, driving Uncle Howdy face first into the turnbuckle. Uncle Howdy in some trouble right now. Bray Wyatt just choking out Uncle Howdy here. And choking him out again in the corner. The referee needs to get involved, because this isn't like Bray Wyatt. Seems to be maybe letting a little bit of the darkness in himself, to be honest. Letting the frustration and the anger take control, rather than controlling his emotions here tonight. Alexa Bliss now targeting the arm of Auntie Howdy, slamming her down to the mat. On the back of her neck. Now Alexa again slamming her down to the mat again, on the back of her head. Alexa Bliss is thinking about heading to the top rope here. She could be looking for the twisted Bliss. She connects with it. Alexa into the cover. Uncle Howdy into the ring, but he can't exactly get involved. And oh my goodness, somehow Auntie Howdy got the shoulder up. I was positive that that was the match finish right there. I can't believe it. Uncle Howdy and Bray Wyatt again gonna face off. Bray Wyatt just taunting away at Uncle Howdy here. Now, big knee strike to the midsection, uppercut delivered, but Uncle Howdy finds a reversal. Sending Bray into the ropes, looking for another spear, but he wasn't able to find it. Both men missing out on a couple of shots there. And now Bray Wyatt in some trouble as he's driven down to the mat in that side Russian leg sweep. Bit of a modified version. Now Auntie Howdy and Alexa again, but Auntie Howdy this time running into Alexa's drop kick. And now Alexa Bliss, oh my word. Alexa Bliss. I believe this is probably the possessed side of Alexa. Looking to deliver her sister Abigail onto Auntie Howdy. Auntie Howdy laid out right now, but slowly making her way back to her feet, and Alexa Bliss just glancing over at Uncle Howdy briefly for a moment before connecting with her sister Abigail into the cover. Surely this one's going to be it for the victory. Alexa Bliss has done it. She's managed to pin Auntie Howdy and get the victory here.
Here are your winners.
Alexa Bliss and Bray Wyatt coming out victorious here tonight. I have to wonder, does that mean Alexa Bliss has broken the curse ever so slightly, possibly? Big victory for her. Big victory for Bray as well. Moments after, Alexa Bliss successful in getting a pinfall over Auntie Howdy and getting a victory for herself and Bray Wyatt. We move on into another heated rivalry here.
The following is a Hell in a Cell match. Making her way to the ring, representing Damage Control from San Jose, California, Bayley.
So Bayley about to head into the Hell in a Cell to go up against Mandy Rose. This has been a heated rivalry in recent months. Mandy Rose returning a little bit before Survivor Series, basically stating that she didn't want to allow Bayley to bully herself through the women's division. We have obviously seen the return of Sasha Banks as well recently, and Bayley actually took Sasha Banks out. Sasha Banks was trying to make a clear-cut message that she wants her best friend back, but after Damage Control, Io Sky and Dakota Kai appeared at ringside. Bayley just took out Sasha Banks, and now the fans are definitely not behind Bayley, it's fair to say.
And representing Toxic Attraction,
So Mandy Rose, the woman who pretty much, you could say, almost saved Sasha Banks a little bit, because she did come out with her Toxic Attraction partners at that time where Bayley was trying to wipe out Sasha Banks, after Sasha was just trying to get through to her former best friend. I think it's fair to say former best friend right now, because I'm pretty sure that Sasha Banks won't really be calling Bayley her best friend anymore after that attack. But Mandy Rose again standing up for the women's division here in WWE, looking to take down Bayley, and she's looking to do that inside of Hell in a Cell. So at War Games, it was actually Damage Control and Bayley's team who came out on top. Naomi getting a submission on JC Jane. But here tonight, Mandy Rose will be looking to even the playing field in singles action inside this cell, inside this structure. And here we go. Bayley straight out of the gates with a chop, bringing Mandy Rose down to the mat. Now just looking to wear out Mandy Rose here. So Bayley leading Damage Control. Haven't really seen Damage Control doing too much in this series, to be honest. Things really started to kick off in the lead up towards Survivor Series. Io Sky obviously started the series off as the WWE Women's Champion, but she was unsuccessful against Bianca Belair early on, and she couldn't get back that title with her rematch either. So now Damage Control maybe losing a bit of control. Got Mandy Rose now on the offense. Got Bayley up. Oh, and a fall away slam, sending Bayley into the corner. Now Mandy Rose just stomping away at Bayley here. Mandy Rose keeping on the offense, but Bayley able to find a reversal. A big kick to the midsection, sending Mandy Rose to the outside. We've already seen this cage and this cell being broken apart, having superstars climb to the top, fall off the cage and all sorts. Are we going to see more of that in this match? Big European uppercut by Bayley. Mandy Rose just able to slip on out of the assault by Bayley there. Big right hand by Mandy Rose. Bayley returns. Oh my goodness, these two just going back and forth on the outside. Jawbreakers being delivered by each other. Back and forth we go. And Bayley receiving the European uppercut once again. Big right hand. Mandy Rose really looking to take the fight to Bayley here. She's trying to teach Bayley a lesson, it seems like. Now Mandy Rose with Bayley back up to her feet. Big European uppercut again. And again, Mandy Rose just absolutely taking a fight to Bayley here. Bayley's not really got an answer for Mandy Rose right now. Mandy Rose now just sending Bayley down to the floor. And now bringing Bayley up to her feet. What she got planned here. Sending her to the floor again. Mandy Rose just looks like she may be losing it a little bit here. The frustration on show. Bayley needs to try and get some offense in because Mandy Rose is having a way with Bayley right now, just slamming her into the wall of the cell. And once again slamming Bayley into the wall of the cell. Bayley finally seems to be waking up here. You can hear the boos raining through the stadium as soon as Bayley gets any offense in. This crowd well and truly behind Mandy Rose here tonight. This rivalry seems to have gained a lot of traction in the WWE Universe. People really getting behind Toxic Attraction and really seem to be behind Mandy Rose, especially for the fact that she's trying to stand up for the women's division. Trying to take down the bully that maybe other people aren't willing to step up to. A super kick reversed there by Bayley. Big European uppercut. Most of the action remaining on the outside of the ring and sent into the ring. Just as I said that, I thought Bayley may have been sending Mandy Rose into the cage, but she decided not to. Sent her into the ring instead. And now Bayley just slamming Mandy Rose face first into the mat and into the cover. A big kick out found by Mandy Rose. The crowd definitely pleased to see Mandy Rose kicking out. Now Bayley just slamming Mandy Rose head first into the canvas. Now big drop kick to the spine by Bayley. Bring Mandy Rose back up to her feet. Mandy Rose in her clutches, drives her face first into the turnbuckle. Mandy Rose in a bit of trouble now, into the suplex, into the corner. Well, Mandy Rose had all of the action on the outside, and it seems like Bayley's got all the action on the inside of the ring. Bayley really trying to wear down Mandy Rose and just take the fight to her. She took a lot of punishment herself, Bayley, on the outside. Mandy Rose sent into the corner. Big right hand by Bayley. Oh, Mandy Rose fighting her way back out of the corner. The crowd absolutely going wild for Mandy Rose here. And slamming Bayley head first into the canvas. And now Mandy Rose just with Bayley in the corner. Mandy Rose utilising the fact that there's no disqualifications. Just raking on the eyes of Bayley, almost giving Bayley a bit of a taste of her own medicine. And Bayley able to get in there first with that attack, sending Mandy Rose to the outside again. But Bayley going to take this moment to recover. Just created a little bit of space. Mandy Rose slowly making her way back to her feet. These two look pretty knackered, to be honest, already. Look quite exhausted. He's now on the outside, and Bayley just a huge punch, sending Bayley into the cage and then sent into the cage again. Mandy Rose really utilising this cell and the walls to her advantage. There's Bayley now. Almost setting a trap for Mandy Rose by heading into the ring first. She knew Mandy Rose would follow. And into some ground and pound, just slamming Mandy Rose head first into the canvas again. Potentially looking to give Mandy Rose a bit of a concussion, perhaps. But Mandy, straight back to her feet into a snap suplex. For the delight of the fans once again. Now raking on the eyes again. Bayley's in some trouble right now. She rolls out of that one though. But straight back into the clutches of Mandy Rose. And Mandy Rose just hanging Bayley up on that top rope. And now Mandy Rose just driving Bayley headfirst into the canvas. Again giving Bayley a bit of a taste of her own medicine. Oh, Bayley though, into a roll-up. The crowd definitely not pleased with this, but a big kick out found. It's a good job that Mandy was able to kick out of that. I'm sure the fans would have gone absolutely wild if Bayley was to pick up a victory just like that. But Bayley now setting up the Rose plant, connecting. This one could be all over. Mandy Rose in deep, deep trouble right now. But she's able to find a big kick out to the delight of the fans. Bayley can't believe it. No, but now Mandy Rose into a roll-up of her own. Could she get the victory here? No, big kick out found by Bayley this time. Back into the middle of the ring. Mandy Rose with Bayley in her clutches and a fall-away slam again. Mandy Rose with the power on display. Now with Bayley in the corner, big shoulder tackle. Now lifting Bayley up, driving her down into the mat. Bayley's in deep trouble. Mandy Rose here, sending Bayley off the ropes, and she may have been looking for a big knee there, but she didn't quite connect with it. As now these two are going to start trading blows in the middle of the ring here. Big, big right hands being delivered. Huge bombs being dropped on the jaws of each other. Who's going to come out on top? The crowd really getting behind these two here, especially Mandy Rose, but Bayley could be about to finish this matchup. Mandy Rose is in deep, deep trouble here. The Rose plant connecting again. Well, Bayley could be about to put Mandy Rose down. Oh my goodness, Mandy Rose somehow able to get the shoulder up. Incredible resiliency shown by Mandy Rose. She's taken 2 Rose plants. And somehow she's still in this one. But both competitors just taking advantage of maybe a brief moment of hesitation by the opposition. Bayley with some disrespect to Mandy Rose there with that slap, but Mandy now just targeting the ribs. There's now Bayley sent to the apron. Mandy Rose looking for a big right hand, but she just missed it. Now she's connecting. Bayley's still on the apron though. Back into the ring. Sent it. Now Mandy Rose is the one on the apron. Oh, and what's she going for here? Bayley, big right hands to the spine. Mandy Rose just... Oh my goodness, the backstabber to follow. Mandy Rose is twisted up in the ropes. Mandy needs to get some offense going here because Bayley is really taking control of things at the moment. This could be the opening that Mandy Rose needs. Bayley being brought back to her feet. Mandy Rose with a European uppercut. Big elbow in return by Bayley. As now Bayley sending Mandy Rose towards the cell wall, but luckily for Mandy she was able to put the brakes on before going crashing into the wall. And Bayley just taking her time here, gathering her thoughts, perhaps strategizing, delivering a clothesline to Mandy Rose to take her off her feet. Now Mandy Rose being sent towards that cage wall again, but again she's able to put the brakes on and avoid disaster. Bayley really seems to want to slam Mandy Rose into that wall and through it as well. Well, these two superstars coming out of the Hell in a Cell now. Out onto the floor, just in front of the fans, as Bayley now sending Mandy Rose into the barricade. Now what's Bayley doing? Mandy Rose able to find a reversal. Making her way round to the side of the cell. Mandy Rose looking to climb, but Bayley able to grab the foot of Mandy Rose and stop her from climbing. A big headbutt to the back of the head by Bayley. And Bayley once again driving Mandy Rose into the barricade. Mandy Rose is losing grips on this matchup. She needs to get back into this one. She's doing a good job at that right now with that European uppercut. She needs to keep on the offense. She doesn't want to allow Bayley to get too much control over this match. These two again. Brawling on the outside. Is Mandy Rose going to head back in? She may be. No. Oh, Mandy Rose instead is deciding to climb to the top of the cage. Or the top of the cell, I should say. Oh my goodness. We already saw earlier on tonight Jimmy Uso put through the top of the cage. Go crashing down to the mat. And that is what ended up being the ending of that matchup. Bayley following Mandy Rose up here. There's only one way that these superstars are going to come down, you feel. It's Bayley now with a tackle and some ground and pound on top of the cell. Elbow drop delivered right onto that hard part of the steel, just where it's welded together. And stomping away at the foot now as Mandy Rose finds a reversal. Oh, and a big slap delivered by Mandy Rose. But Bayley now with some big strikes of her own. Mandy Rose with kicks to the hamstrings. Oh, big elbow found. Gotta think someone's going to go through the top of this cage. But which one of these superstars is it going to be? Or are they going to climb down? Bayley saying that this one's all over. Oh, she was taunting away at Mandy Rose there. But Mandy Rose able to find some offense of her own. Bayley's suffering right now. Mandy Rose needs to take advantage into an abdominal stretch, and Bayley's able to slide in behind. Big forearm to the spine. Once again, Bayley just targeting that spine of Mandy Rose. Oh my goodness, Mandy Rose, what is she thinking here? The electric chair onto the steel. My word. Bayley's spine has got to be in pieces right now after that maneuver. Bayley's getting ever so close to that edge there. Big right hand dropping her to the floor. And there's some ground and pounds are following, a big slap as well by Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose definitely trying to give Bayley a bit of a taste of her own medicine. And now Mandy Rose, oh my goodness, slamming Bayley face first off of that steel. Luckily for Bayley, she's able to get back to her feet. Big kick to the midsection, big clothesline as well, takes Mandy Rose off her feet. Well, I feel like these superstars could go all night. Slammed head first, now goes Mandy Rose. Bayley's really feeling it, but the crowd aren't feeling it, and Bayley seems to be a little bit frustrated at the boos, but I mean, I'm sure she should be expecting that by now, with the way that she's been carrying herself in this universe mode. Big chops by Bayley here. And now, a clap in the ears of Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose stumbled into her knee, but she's able to find a reversal with that elbow. Oh God. Oh my goodness, I thought Mandy Rose could have been getting suplexed off their cell there. But luckily for her, that wasn't the case. But now she's suplexed onto that steel. That part that's welded together. Once again, the hardest part on the top of the cell. It's got absolutely no give. Big right hands being dropped by Bayley. Bayley really seems to have Mandy Rose's number here tonight. But she's damaging herself a little bit as well at the same time. Bayley, with those suplexes, she obviously drops herself down spine first onto that steel and the grate. And oh my goodness, just slamming Mandy Rose head first into the hardest part of the cell again. Mandy Rose able to slip out of that one. Find a reversal and slam Bayley down face first into the cell. Big slap again by Mandy Rose. And Bayley's getting ever so close to that edge there. She needs to be careful here. Slammed head first onto the edge. That might actually be the hardest part of the cell, to be honest. And now Bayley I was just about to say being brought back to her feet, but Bayley almost falling off the edge there. And now Mandy Rose making Bayley look down. Oh my goodness. Mandy Rose Just playing up to the crowd, getting the crowd behind her. Now raking the back of Bayley. And Bayley, oh my goodness, Bayley falling off the top of the cell. My word, maybe that was the plan for Mandy Rose all along. As she climbs down. Mandy Rose, if I'm you, then I'm trying to get Bayley back into the ring because she's going to be in no state to kick out. She's fallen about 50 foot in the air to the concrete. Don't know how she's still standing, to be honest. Bayley just trying to create some separation here. Oh my word, what is Bayley doing? She's deciding to climb back to the top of the cell. Is she crazy? Bayley and Mandy Rose here. On the cell wall. I don't think this is the wisest choice by Bayley, because if she goes crashing down again, then we may not even be able to finish this matchup. And Mandy Rose is the one that crashes down to the concrete this time. Now Bayley's up to the top of the cell. I think Bayley probably wants some revenge. She's talking to the camera here. Getting frustrated at the fans. She believes that she's not appreciated in the way that she should be. As Mandy Rose now climbing to the top of the cell to follow Bayley. These superstars leaving it all out on the line. I honestly don't know how Bayley is still standing after falling off the top of the cell. Are these two ever going to go back into the ring? Oh my goodness, Bayley just crashed down face first. Mandy Rose wiping herself out as well. These two absolutely exhausted on the top of the cell. Mandy crashed down from about halfway up the cell. Bayley crashed down from the top of the cell as Mandy Rose now driving Bayley face first into the steel. My goodness. Well, Mandy Rose could be closing in on a victory. There was a moment where it seemed like Mandy Rose needed a bit more. Oh my word. A bit more. She needed to get a grip on this match, but she seems to be doing so. Bayley right near the edge. She needs to be careful. Mandy Rose again looking to drive Bayley towards that edge, but Bayley fighting her way back out of it into a German suplex. But Mandy Rose found the reversal and driving Bayley face first again into the steel. Mandy Rose really feeling it here. Seems to be getting into a groove. Bayley needs to be careful, but Mandy Rose getting driven towards the edge there. She finds a reversal. Back to her feet is Mandy Rose, continuing the onslaught. Ground and pound on top of the cell. Are these two ever going to make it back into the ring? I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see, but Bayley now finding a reversal. These two seem to know each other so well. Able to find reversals on each other constantly. Bayley just targeting the legs. Now driving Mandy Rose head first into that steel grate. Bayley again saying that it's all over here. She's telling Mandy Rose to get up, but Mandy's not moving. Oh God. Mandy Rose just dropping head first. It looked like her head may have bounced off of that little hook there. She could be in trouble. Bayley just risking her own body to deal damage to Mandy Rose up here. Big knee drop to the spine by Bayley, delivered on Mandy Rose. Driving that knee again. Just the elbow into the knee. Really targeting the legs is Bayley. Perhaps looking to inflict an injury on Mandy Rose. Big chop delivered. Bayley trying to drive Mandy Rose towards the edge. I feel like Bayley may be thinking about trying to chuck Mandy Rose off. But Mandy Rose finds a reversal here. I think Bayley wants some revenge on Mandy Rose for the fact that Bayley fell off the cell. I think that she wants to make Mandy Rose feel the same thing. Probably before ending this match. Bayley telling Mandy Rose she should have stayed out of WWE. She should have stayed out of Bayley's business. So now Bayley dropping Mandy Rose again onto that steel. And a slap to the back of the head. Mandy Rose chops. Oh, Mandy Rose right near the edge. She's teetering here. She needs to be careful. And Bayley into a German suplex. Luckily for Mandy, she was able to stay on the cage. My word. These two superstars just seem to want to inflict as much damage on each other as possible. The DDT on top of the cell. What more are we going to see from these two? Not sure if they can take much more, to be honest. Slammed face first into that grate. I think Bayley is literally just enjoying herself here. She's enjoying the fact that she can just inflict as much damage as she wishes upon Mandy Rose. And Mandy Rose fighting her way back into this one. Big clothesline drops Bayley to the mat. Mandy Rose trying to psych up the crowd, get them behind her. Now targeting the legs of Bayley as Mandy Rose. And again, an elbow drop to the knee this time by Mandy Rose. Now Mandy Rose looking for that abdominal stretch. Is she going to make Bayley tap out on top of the cell here, perhaps? She could do, but no. Bayley finds a way to get out of it. Bayley now driving Mandy Rose down onto that cell, and then a clothesline to make sure Mandy Rose stays down, but she doesn't. Bayley again finds a reversal. Now Mandy finding a reversal. Big right hand. Dropping Bayley. Some more ground and pound as well. Big right hands being delivered. Mandy Rose staying on the assault. Blowing a kiss to Bayley just there. Perhaps telling Bayley that this match is... she should blow this match a kiss goodbye. Now, oh my goodness, a spine buster onto the steel grate on top of the cell. These superstars are going to stay here all night. I hope they know that we have other matches to come still. Big right hand by Bayley. These two are going to trade blows on top of the cell, it seems like. The crowd definitely getting behind Mandy even more here. Wicked clothesline, almost taking the head off of Bayley there. And driving her down onto that cell. And just kicking the rib cage. Now targeting the arm. Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose just saying that she's wiping the floor with Bayley here. She could be looking to finish Bayley off, perhaps. Bayley in deep trouble. Bayley driven face first into the steel again. Mandy Rose needs to try and get Bayley back into the ring because she could have Bayley beat many times over here, to be honest. We're just going to brawl it out and continue to deal damage to each other. Heads being bounced off of that steel. Big slap by Mandy Rose. Oh my goodness. I thought Mandy Rose was about to chuck Bayley off of the cell there. That would have definitely been this match all over. Now big right hand by Mandy Rose. Now, oh, Bayley finds a reversal, slides in behind. Mandy Rose able to get on top. She's quicker to the punch. Spine buster. Oh my goodness. Bayley's spine is probably cracked in half. Her lower back just bouncing off of that welded together part of the structure on the top of the cell, and Bayley is teetering on the edge here. Oh my goodness. Big right hand by Mandy Rose. Bayley is probably counting her lucky stars because a couple of times now she could have fallen off of that cell another time. For the second time over, Mandy Rose now fall away slam on top of the cell. Mandy Rose just not sure why she's not deciding to go back down into the ring. She just wants to keep dealing punishment. Maybe she wants to take Bayley out so that she's no longer a threat. Oh, and Bayley's fallen off the cell again. Oh my word. Bayley just drove Mandy Rose down onto the cells, shoulder first. And then she seemed to lose her footing and come crashing down to the concrete floor. That's the second time now. Well, is Bayley even going to be able to get back up? That's the question. It's right now. Oh, she's slowly making her way back to her feet, surprisingly enough. And she's straight on the attack. And sending Mandy Rose towards the barricade. Don't tell me they're going to head to the top of the cell again. Oh my goodness. Okay, Bayley stopping Mandy Rose this time. And Bayley would probably be smart to head back into the ring, to be honest, because each time she's headed to the top of the cell, it's not gone her way. Now Mandy Rose back to her feet. Bayley with a European uppercut. These two just brutalizing each other. We may not see these two for a number of weeks, to be honest. What a brutal match. If you ask anyone who's been involved in a Hell in a Cell match, they will tell you that it will change your career. And that is definitely what is happening here tonight. Mandy Rose heading to the top of the cell again. These two are not finished just yet. How much more punishment are they going to deal to each other? It's probably going to take Bayley some time to make her way up to the top of the cell there. She's already gone crashing down to the bottom twice. I guess Bayley doesn't really have a choice but to head to the top, because if Mandy Rose refuses to come down, then Bayley kind of has to go to the top to bring her down. And drop kick delivered. But Mandy Rose didn't think that through, because she dealt a little bit of punishment to herself as well. Now targeting the shoulder and the arm again is Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose here was on the attack, on the offense, but Bayley able to switch things around. Oh, elbow drop delivered. And just driving Mandy Rose. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Mandy Rose has fallen off the cell this time. When are these two going to learn? Just head back into the ring, please, before someone gets seriously hurt here. Bayley perhaps maybe going to head into the cell? No? Yeah, oh, she is. I think Bayley's finally decided enough is enough. She probably doesn't want to go crashing down to the concrete floor on the outside anymore, but is she going to head back out of the cell? It looks like she is. She is. She's going to meet Mandy Rose on the outside here again. Looking to maybe drag Mandy Rose back into the cell, but it looks like Mandy Rose has other ideas. Big knee strike to the midsection of Bayley there. Oh my goodness, Bayley, what are you doing? Have you not learnt your lesson yet? You two have just gone crashing down to the concrete floor on multiple occasions. Mandy Rose is in deep trouble right now, because if she crashes down to the floor, that's the third time that she would have fallen off the cell. Fallen off the side once, and off the top once. Bayley goes crashing down this time. My goodness, these women. Oh my goodness, Mandy Rose, what are you doing? Headed to the top of the cell. She's crazy. It's official. Both these superstars, Bayley and Mandy Rose. This could have been main event, to be honest. With the way these two are putting on a show. One hell of a matchup. Really are laying their bodies on the line. Their careers could be ending here if they aren't careful. Mandy Rose, big strikes. Oh, she was definitely looking for something there, but Bayley found the reversal. No. Bayley looking for the Rose plant onto the steel on top of the cage. I think Mandy Rose is knocked out. She looks unconscious. I don't think she's with it anymore. Now Bayley into the belly. Bayley to belly. My goodness, Bayley looking for another maneuver here. What's she going for now? Oh no. Mandy Rose driven face first into the cage again. Bayley telling Mandy Rose to next time stay out of her business. Elbow drop delivered. I think Mandy Rose is knocked out. I think she's seriously injured here. Oh, must have just about woken up here, because she's able to fight back here, but She can't be in a good way right now. Slammed down face first into the steel twice there. Oh no, oh my goodness, Mandy Rose crashing down to the bottom of the cell. I did say that she's couldn't be completely with it, and it looked like that was the case. She completely lost her balance. Probably doesn't even know where she is. Mandy Rose struggling to stay on her feet right now. Now Bayley sending Mandy Rose back towards where the opening is in the cell. Is she going to perhaps maybe look for the victory here? It would probably be a wise choice. Driving Mandy Rose into the barricade. Looks like she may be struggling to get around that corner, to be honest. Now Bayley with a European uppercut. And then a headbutt to Mandy Rose as well. Mandy Rose is absolutely insane. I genuinely think that Bayley wants to head back into the ring. But Mandy Rose, she can't be all with it here. We may have to call this match soon because Mandy Rose just heading to the top of the cell again. This is ludicrous. Mandy Rose, you can see that she's just swaying at the top of the cell there. I don't think she knows where she is, to be honest. And Bayley going to follow Mandy Rose. Head to the top of the cell. Bayley's got to feel like she's in a strong position because look at the condition that Mandy Rose is in. You have to give credit to Mandy Rose for taking this fight, but I mean, I feel like she needs to know when to stop here. Now Bayley with Mandy Rose and clapping it. Oh my goodness, Mandy Rose has fallen off the cell again. We may have to call this match soon because Mandy Rose is in no condition to continue here. My word. Bayley just following Mandy Rose to the floor. Bringing Mandy Rose up to her feet. I don't know how Mandy Rose is standing, to be honest. Now, Bayley just showing some disrespect to Mandy Rose, but Mandy Rose, oh my word, is she actually serious? She's gone crashing down to the concrete floor. How many times now? I've lost count. And she's headed to the top again. She's probably going to come crashing down once more, unless she's able to get the advantage here. No, Mandy Rose again falling to the floor as now Bayley heads to the top. To be honest, if you are Bayley, then why not? You've seen Mandy Rose fall off the cage a number of times now by her own doing, so it probably is a wise choice to just head to the top of the steel cage or the top of the cell. As now they meet in the middle here. And now Bayley, what's she going for? Driving Mandy Rose down to that concrete, targeting the legs. I'm sure Mandy Rose's legs are probably already like jelly and driving the head into the cage again. Mandy Rose must be concussed or something here. Seems like she's got a serious injury. A suplex delivered by Bayley. Bayley just looking to maybe end the career of Mandy Rose, to be honest. Mandy Rose is in deep trouble into a German suplex. Onto the steel again. Maybe these two superstars want to try and put each other through the roof of the cage. Maybe that's why they're not ending this match. They want to give the people something to remember them by, but I feel like the people are going to remember them for this matchup anyway. Mandy Rose did almost fall off the cage once again, but Bayley now, oh my goodness. Mandy Rose really needs to be careful here because she clearly isn't at 100% right now. And Bayley knows it. Just targeting the head again and again and just driving Mandy Rose towards the edge, and Bayley almost fell off. But she was able to regain her footing, luckily. Mandy Rose with a reversal, and Bayley goes crashing down to the outside. My word, these two superstars I think are going to probably be out injured for some time. Most of this match has been climb up the cell, fall off, and then climb back up again. Is Mandy Rose going to try and take this thing back into the ring, or is she going to Head to the top of the cage again, driving Bayley, into the barricade. Mandy Rose now. What has she got planned for Bayley out here on the outside? Bayley's in some trouble right here. Mandy Rose maybe feeling a little bit more like herself right now. It's probably not going to last. It's probably all the adrenaline just pumping through her veins, keeping her going. Adrenaline can do a crazy thing, especially in situations like this. Mandy Rose knows she has to keep fighting. She's trying to stand up for the women's division here in WWE. She wants to stop the bully Bayley from wreaking havoc. Oh my word, Bayley's headed to the top now. Just moments after crashing down to the floor. Bayley heading to the top of the cell again. Still have a couple of more matches here, guys. We need to end this match soon. But Bayley clearly stating that she's not finished yet. Mandy Rose following Bayley up to the top of the cell. Bayley just giving Mandy Rose a little bit of space. Initially here, Mandy Rose comes charging in, drop kick delivered, but again, she didn't think it through because she's kind of wiped herself out. Mandy Rose now stomping away at Bayley. Now Mandy Rose locking in a submission here, it seems like. And Bayley is tapped out on the top of the cell. It's not going to count because, as said previously, we need the finish inside the ring, but now Bayley sent through the cell, crashing down to the mat. I'm sure that's probably the goal that Mandy Rose had in mind this whole time. It was bound to be one of these superstars crashing down from the roof, down to the mat. And finally we enter back into the ring. Is Bayley going to go for the cover? Oh, sorry, Mandy Rose into the cover. For the victory here, Mandy Rose has done it. Somehow, some way, Mandy Rose has done it. Somehow she's victorious over Bayley inside the Hell in a Cell. But we're going to need to get medical staff out here because Mandy Rose definitely needs some attending to after that. After a brutal Hell in a Cell match between Bayley and Mandy Rose, we move in towards the tail end of the show. Triple H about to go up against the final boss. Well, there's some big history already developed between these two in this universe mode. The game Triple H representing D-Generation X again as he heads into this demonic structure. So The Rock did wipe out Shawn Michaels a couple of weeks ago, and that's what led us to this matchup right here.
The following contest is a Hell in a Cell match. Making his way to the ring, representing D-Generation X from Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing in at 255 pounds, the Game Triple H!
So Triple H, as stated by Mike Roman, he is representing D-Generation X here. Triple H looking absolutely furious and determined. He must be furious after The Rock absolutely wiped out Shawn Michaels a couple of weeks back. Shawn Michaels out injured because of The Rock's attack in the car park. Just sending Shawn Michaels through the window of a car, delivering a rock bottom onto the concrete, DDT on the concrete, even a sharpshooter as well. He pulled every trick out of the book to ensure that Shawn Michaels was out of action. And we did also learn that that was a favor that The Rock did for the Animal Batista. But that's what has led us here tonight. Triple H now awaiting the final boss.
And his opponent from Miami, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, The Rock!
So the final boss is here in Universe mode, and his first match was in War Games, and now his second match is going to be Hell in a Cell. Well, that's one way to bring yourself back into WWE. But The Rock is looking to perhaps put down the other half of the Generation X here. As previously mentioned, he wiped out Shawn Michaels, and now he could potentially be looking to take out Triple H, the CEO of the company. We have two of the big dogs in the company going head to head here. The Rock, part of TKO and the board of directors. Triple H, the chief content creator. So these two are gonna go head to head, go to war inside Hell in a Cell. They already went to war at War Games. The Rock was the man who took the pinfall, and ultimately he was the reason why Batista's team took the loss. Stone Cold Steve Austin was able to get that pinfall on The Rock after The Undertaker delivered a devastating chokeslam through the table. So I'm sure The Rock will be looking to make things right here tonight. We already had a Hell in a Cell match going for about 40 minutes. This one could go on all week. I don't see either of these two giving up unless they pass out, to be honest. So here we go, the final boss and The Rock. And the game going head to head. Triple H now into a neck breaker, driving The Rock down to the mat. Triple H now remaining on the offense, but the final boss driving Triple H back into the ring. Looking to stay on top of things here is The Rock, but Triple H not gonna lie down easily. These two know each other so well, many battles that they've had in the past. Driven face first into the corner is Triple H. Now The Rock going up to the top rope into a tornado DDT. Planting Triple H head first into the canvas. Triple H now finding a reversal, getting some ground and pounding. Now Triple H with The Rock in his clutches. Brings him up onto the rope. But the final boss gets a reversal with that elbow. Now Triple H up on his shoulders. Being brought into the corner. Snake eyes off of the top turnbuckle. Now The Rock just driving his knee into the throat of the game. It's all legal. There's no disqualifications here. Again, pinfall or submission must happen inside of the ring, inside these ropes. Triple H now just taunting away at The Rock as The Rock just standing on the outside, just eyeing up for Triple H here. Triple H seems a little bit taking it back. He doesn't really know what to do. The Rock is just staring a hole through Triple H right now. What on earth are these two doing? Got some words for each other. The Rock's saying to Triple H that his job could be on the line here if he doesn't lie down, and Triple H said that he's never going to lay down. And that led to The Rock bringing in the table into the ring. Seems like The Rock has had enough of what Triple H has got to say. Big right hand delivered. Now forearm to the spine. And Triple H sent over the ropes. And The Rock missing on that right hand. He connects with the second one though. Now The Rock heading to the outside once again. Could be looking for more weapons, no? Decides against it. Triple H now sending The Rock off the ropes here. And into that knee to the jaw. That signature Triple H there into the cover now for the victory over The Rock. But no, big kick out. It's going to take a lot to keep the final boss down. We saw that at War Games. I'm sure we're going to see that here tonight. Into the back body drop by Triple H. And the game really taking the fight to the final boss. But The Rock is not going to lay down. And now Triple H with a Rock up on his shoulder, gonna hang him up on that top rope. Throat first across that top rope. Now ground and pound being delivered. On a Rock with a quick kip up there. But straight back into the clutches of Triple H. Now the Rock finds a reversal. Big kick to the midsection, wicked clothesline. Takes Triple H down, but he's straight back up to his feet. But the Rock stays on the offense. Oh, big elbow to the jaw of Triple H. Now, what are these two willing to put each other through to try and get the victory here tonight? I'm sure that Triple H is willing to do almost anything it takes. Into the cover. Big kick out found by Triple H, especially after the Rock's actions taking out Shawn Michaels. We know that Triple H and Shawn Michaels are very close, best friends. So he's going to take that personal. And he has said that to Batista as well. Interestingly enough, Triple H did say that his first target is The Rock, and he'll shift his focus back to Batista at a later date. I guess that's if he can even survive being in the Hell in a Cell with The Rock. Although you've got to say, if anyone can, it's probably got to be the game, Triple H. Into the cover now. Triple H for the victory. No, just a 1 count. The Rock easily able to get the shoulder up again. Elbow drop to the spine once more by Triple H. A quick kip up and kind of tripped up Triple H there. And now into the tornado DDT again, and Triple H has been busted open. That's the last thing you want if you're in the cell with the final boss. Because now he's got a target to aim for, and I'm sure he's going to go for it. Triple H now sent to the apron, and The Rock with a big right hand. Now The Rock heading to the outside. I think he thought that Triple H would come to the outside, and Triple H telling The Rock to suck it. The Rock just taking a moment to have a bit of a breather here. Seems to be talking to some of the fans. Triple H just allowing him to do so, which is a little bit odd. I thought Triple H would be well and truly on top of things here. Well, these fans are just shouting at The Rock. They're telling him he sucks, and just kind of looking at him. He's not really doing anything or saying anything here. And finally he snaps out of it, back into the ring. Could that potentially cost him though? Triple H. Big right hand delivered, but these two finding reversals on each other. The Rock now asking Triple H to bring it here. And The Rock into a clothesline takes Triple H down. And The Rock is stalking Triple H here. He could be looking to end this one. The Rock into the Rock bottom. Connecting into the cover for the victory. The Rock, no. Triple H able to kick out. Now Triple H being brought back to his feet. On the outside, these fans wanting Triple H and The Rock to continue fighting forever. I don't think that they're going to want to keep fighting forever, especially inside a structure like this. Especially if they were watching what Bayley and Mandy Rose went through. Now Triple H just creating a little bit of space. Seem to be trying to drive each other into the cell wall. Oh, driven off that ring post. Goes The Rock. Triple H again finding a reversal. Headbutt delivered by The Rock. Now Triple H been sent down to the concrete floor. Now Triple H in some trouble here. European uppercut by The Rock. Now The Rock sent into the steel steps. Triple H with no mercy here tonight. And who can blame him really? After everything that The Rock has done. Sending The Rock back into the steel steps once again. Triple H just trying to inflict as much damage as he can. He's got a lot of experience within this structure as Triple H. Again sending The Rock back into the steel steps. Is he going to go for a fourth time? Fourth time's a charm perhaps. No, The Rock finds a reversal. But Triple H with a knee strike to the midsection. Now Triple H sending The Rock towards the other steel steps. Luckily for The Rock, he kind of stumbled before he reached those steel steps. And the Rock again, being sent into those steel steps on the other side this time. My word. Triple H really utilising the environment here. That's why he's the cerebral assassin. Now finds a reversal, making the Rock stumble backwards. European uppercut delivered again. Jawbreaker found by the Rock. A lot of this match has been on the outside here, driving Triple H spine first into the cage and then head first. And the Rock just utilising this Hell in a Cell structure to the best of his ability. Now Triple H finds a reversal. Knee strike to the midsection again. Headbutt to follow. Oh, and the Rock finds a reversal this time with a big elbow to the jaw of Triple H. Triple H stumbling to the floor there. As now the Rock brings Triple H back to his feet. Now the Rock looking to send Triple H into the cell wall once again. My goodness, and slamming him face first this time. And Triple H's skull has just been bouncing head first off of the cell walls. Triple H was utilising the steel steps, and the Rock said, I can do you one better, and decided to use the structure of the Hell in a Cell to his advantage. Those cell walls are almost like cheese graters on the skin. Just slice through any flesh. As now they head back into the ring. Triple H, that wound has really been opened up here. Not surprised. Back to the outside again. After Triple H being slammed into those cell walls repeatedly. Not surprised that his wound has opened up. Now Triple H with the Rock, slamming him through the cell wall. Well, this is the last Hell in a Cell match of the night, and these two are probably going to take a page out of everyone else's book, slam each other through the wall and then climb to the top. Triple H heading to the top first. The Rock looking to follow. Well, we're going to have another 45-minute match here. Triple H. Oh, the Rock seemingly changing his mind about going to the top there. Oh, Triple H making his way down. The Rock making his way back up again. A bit of mind games being played by these two. A little bit of cat and mouse here. Triple H going to head back up to the top of the cell. I think he didn't really realise that the Rock had head back towards the top. I think he probably thought the Rock was staying at the bottom. Now, charging in, and a big knee strike busts the Rock wide open. Connecting on the temple here. That's a nasty wound on the side of the head of the Rock. So now Triple H targeting the legs of the Rock. I know the Rock loves to use that sharpshooter. He used it against Shawn Michaels during that assault in the car park. So Triple H perhaps trying to eliminate that maneuver from the Rock's arsenal. Now stomping on the hands on that steel grate. Now back to the legs again goes the Cerebral Assassin. He's going to target a limb here. I'm sure of it. Just working on the knees. Working on those legs. There's Triple H. Just saying that he's wiping the floor with the Rock here. Now Triple H looking for the stomp, but he couldn't find it. The Rock gets the reversal. And oh my goodness, Triple H with a spine buster onto the steel on top of the cell. But somehow the Rock is straight back to his feet. I don't know how he's done that. Now the Rock may have been looking for a belly to belly there, and these two bumping into each other right on the edge. But the Rock now taking control of the match on top of the cell. Triple H now finds a reversal. And the Rock also finding a reversal. And now, oh my goodness, right on the corner there. That intersection where those four parts of the top of the cell meet. Triple H slammed directly face first off of that section. His skull bouncing off of the steel, off of the metal. And a Samoan drop delivered by the Rock. And stomping on the back of Triple H's head. Making his skull bounce off of that grate there. On the steel. Now The Rock looking for, what's he going for? Atomic drop. Targeting the lower spine of Triple H. And then again targeting the spine by driving the knee into the lumbar spine there. Drop kick delivered. Triple H almost fell off the cell there. Luckily for him, that corner may have actually saved him. And slammed face first again into the steel. The Rock is right on the edge here. He needs to be a bit careful. Doesn't want to fall off or lose his footing like Bayley and Mandy Rose did a few times earlier. Now some ground and pound on top of the cell. Being delivered by The Rock. Oh, Triple H gets the reversal this time. Delivering ground and pound of his own, and he's almost falling off there. Teetering right on the edge. These two are really close to the edge here. They need to be super careful because they're getting a little bit close for comfort. Triple H now. What's he got? Oh my word. Triple H is going to go for the pedigree onto the steel on top of the cage. Oh my goodness. Triple H for a moment wiped himself out, but found the energy to get back to his feet again. They're stomping on the hands of The Rock again. It's Triple H. Ground and pound being delivered here. Triple H stomping on the midsection again. Now targeting the arm of The Rock is Triple H, stomping on the fingers and hands. Just looking to wear out the final boss on top of the cage here. Really trying to take out those arms. Take out the power game. You do technically take out the people's elbow, take out the Rock bottom if you eliminate those arms. So a lot of The Rock's offense does come from his arm strength and his arm power. So if you are able to eliminate that, then that gives you a bit of an advantage. Now The Rock able to get a little bit of a flurry going. Now Triple H has really been busted open here. It's not in a good way. Dripping all over the place, and now The Rock into a suplex onto the steel. Just wiping himself out as well though. There's no give for either superstar. It doesn't matter if you're the person delivering the move or if you're the person on the receiving end of it, it's going to hurt just as much. And The Rock just looking to open up those wounds even more here. You see the blood just pouring down onto the chest of Triple H, and now The Rock into a spine buster of his own onto the steel. I believe that The Rock may be thinking about putting Triple H through the roof here. Maybe these superstars aren't aware of which tiles are secure and which are not. Driving the knee into the spine is the game. Triple H is really psyching himself up now. Is Triple H. Big right hand being delivered. And now Triple H into a back suplex. Driving The Rock spine first into the steel on top of the cage. Now stomp again onto the midsection. Triple H just choking out The Rock. The frustration, all the anger from recent weeks and even recent months building and coming to a boiling point here tonight. Just wait until Triple H gets his hands on Batista. I'm sure it's going to be 10 times worse than this. Triple H doesn't care if he's bleeding all over the place. He's going to take the fight to the final boss here. Trying to get the fans behind him. He's got some boos though in the arena, Triple H. Oh, big right hand by The Rock now. And the final boss. Big right hand. Oh my goodness, The Rock could be looking for the Rock bottom on top of the steel, on top of the cage, on top of the cell. Driving him spine first. And The Rock asking Triple H if he's done yet. And The Rock telling Triple H to look at himself right now. I'm sure Triple H is well aware of the condition that he's in. Slammed face first again onto the hardest point of the cell. When is enough enough? I don't know how Triple H is still fighting here. Well, The Rock able to find another reversal. The Rock's really having his way here at the top of the cell, to be honest. And now, oh no, DDT onto that midsection again. My goodness, how is Triple H even going to have... How is he even going to remember tonight after this? I don't even know. He probably won't. He's probably going to have to watch this back to really see what actually happened, because he's been slammed onto the hardest part of the cell face first numerous times. This is why you don't mess with The Rock, because he really doesn't care. And now Triple H was driven into that middle section. I think it's actually fallen through. Looks like it has done. Luckily for Triple H, he didn't fall through, because probably would have been a match over right there. Triple H though. Big right hand delivered to The Rock. And choking The Rock out on top of the cell. Triple H really needs to try and get a flurry of offense in here. Oh, Triple H falling off the Hell in a Cell. Crashing down to the bottom. Well, that table still laying in the middle of the ring. I'm surprised that The Rock didn't set that table up. If he did, then he could have potentially used it from the top of the cell. And it looks like The Rock is just going to wait for Triple H. No, The Rock decides to climb down, but Triple H has decided to climb up, so Triple H could have the advantage here if The Rock decides to climb back up. He does. Triple H again trying to get the crowd on his side. Got a mixture of boos, a mixture of cheers here. Some of the fans clearly agreeing with what Batista has to say, or has had to say, about the game Triple H. And then some fans clearly disagreeing with that. Now, The Rock with Triple H up and driving him down, targeting that lower spine again. And now into another belly to belly onto the steel. Onto those parts that just meet in the middle. The Rock is really seeming to try and target Triple H by slamming him down onto those hardest parts of the cell. And just look at the condition that the game is in right now. The Rock just delivering ground and pound after ground and pound, but Triple H almost fell again. I thought he did fall for a second. I think Triple H is probably suffering from a bit of a concussion as well, just like Mandy Rose earlier on tonight. As The Rock now slammed down onto the roof of the cage. I think Triple H may be well aware that that part of the cage is perhaps about to fall through. Triple H, X marks the spot, I guess. D-Generation X is representing. More ground and pound. He's looking to open up that wound on The Rock's head as well. The Rock is in deep trouble here, because the game knows exactly what he's planning. I'm not sure if The Rock knows. He probably does, because he can probably feel that part of this roof of the cage is caving in. Already had one part fall through. Luckily for these superstars, neither of them were on the receiving end of it though. They weren't put through themselves. Triple H was slammed down on the edge. Luckily, and he was able to avoid it. No, Triple H with The Rock. Just a stomp onto the midsection, targeting the ribs. Trying to take the air out of the lungs of The Rock. Now into a neck breaker down onto the steel. Looking to give The Rock a bit of a taste of his own medicine here. Triple H now, if he goes for that spine buster, oh my goodness, no. The pedigree onto the hardest part of the cell. Face first goes The Rock. Triple H should try and get The Rock put through the roof, because to be honest, you could have The Rock finished here. Just cranking on the neck instead, looking to deal more damage is the game Triple H. Choking out The Rock again on top of the cell. Sounded like a screw may have come loose just then. Now stomping away at the hands again is the game Triple H. And The Rock being brought up to his feet, but able to find the reversal. And now The Rock again telling Triple H to look at himself. Oh, and Triple H in trouble into the spine buster by The Rock. And now, oh, The Rock almost falling off. Luckily for him, he found his balance again. Oh my word, a huge left hand. Just taking Triple H down. And now The Rock could be looking for another rock bottom, and he is into the corner of the steel. Onto the top of the cell. It would have been wise to maybe try and do that towards the middle of the cage, or the middle of the cell. Triple H, almost falling off. Luckily for him, he found his foot in once again. Now stomping away on the chest. Here's The Rock. Now Triple H looks like he's absolutely out of this one. And now The Rock again, looking for another rock bottom on the top of the cell. Oh my goodness, how many more is he going to deliver? And Triple H is completely out of this one. And The Rock looking completely knackered as well. Just trying to get the crowd behind him, and the crowd seem to be behind him a little bit. There's a bit of a mixture again when it comes to The Rock here. Now, side rushing leg sweep, driving Triple H down to that still great once again. And now the game finding a reversal. Big right hand. Triple H here, what's he going for? He's looking in a bit of a submission hold here, a bit of a sleeper hold. Well, I'm sure that The Rock's shoulder is not meant to bend like that. But luckily for him, he finds a reversal. And now The Rock with Triple H up. But Triple H finds a reversal of his own. Targeting, going for another sleeper hold here. It's a new maneuver from the game, Triple H. We haven't seen him utilise this before. But he just releases the hold this time. Not about to allow The Rock any kind of advantage. Driving him face first off of that middle section, just as The Rock has been doing to Triple H. And now into the spine buster, delivered onto the steel grate once again. I think Triple H is targeting that middle section with the pedigree once more. Is The Rock going to go through the roof of the cage? Is not, luckily, but I'm not sure if it is luckily, because face first, his skull just bouncing off of the hardest part of the cell. Now Triple H again, stomping away at the fingers and hands. But The Rock finds the reversal, stomping away at the ankle now. The Rock is feeling it here tonight. And again targeting the legs, but The Rock almost falling off the cage. He needs to be careful. Seems like it's easy to forget how close you are to the edge when you're up there. And Triple H finds a reversal this time. Now Triple H with The Rock slams him down. Neck first onto his knee. Just targeting the back of the head there was the game. Now ground and pound being delivered by Triple H. Trying to open up that wound some more. The Rock is starting to really have the blood drip all over himself. These two leaving it all out on the line here. Now Triple H, big right hand. The Rock is in some trouble right now. Atomic drop of Triple H's own. Giving The Rock a taste of his own medicine. Big right hand. Triple H is feeling it. Triple H could maybe be feeling like the ending is in sight. But The Rock finds a reversal. He wants Triple H to get back to his feet here. Triple H is back to his feet and quickly able to take advantage of the situation. A backbreaker delivered. Now stomping on the spine. Now Triple H now just targeting the arm again and the hands. Again just trying to take out the power game from The Rock. Take out his power moves. Again targeting that elbow. It's a good job for The Rock that he has the elbow pad on, because that's probably keeping his elbow in place, to be honest. And now Triple H back to his feet. And The Rock now into a German suplex or a back to belly takedown here. Now slapping the back of the head. With disrespect by The Rock to Triple H. As said at the start of this match, these two are very high up in the WWE, in the hierarchy. Two of the big dogs going head to head, settling it in the only way that they know how. Now The Rock finds a reversal, and The Rock could be looking for the sharpshooter on top of the cell here. Perhaps looking to make Triple H tap out his face on the steel there, and Triple H tapping out almost immediately. My word. Well, The Rock does have technically a victory over Triple H in that case, but now looking for the rock bottom again, and Triple H luckily staying on the top of the cell, but the Rock falling down through to the ring. The crowd absolutely loving what they're seeing, but the Rock now going to make his way back to the top of the cell, I believe. Triple H slowly makes his way back to his feet. Triple H trying to psych himself up. I'm not sure if he even knows where he is, to be honest. Just received a rock bottom onto the steel on top of the cell, and the Rock needed to be careful there. Really close to falling off the top of the cell there was the Rock. Now Triple H teetering ever so close to that gap. Now targeting the leg of the game is the Rock. Now Triple H finds a reversal. And targeting the Rock now. Triple H slamming the Rock down face first into the steel. These two are really leaving it out on the line. They're pouring blood. I'm not sure how much blood they can lose here. Seem to have lost it ever so much. I thought that Triple H was going to go for a spine buster just then, but luckily for the Rock he didn't. Now Triple H, what's he planning? He's going for that submission hold once again. Perhaps looking to maybe make the Rock tap out so that the Rock doesn't have that against him, but the Rock able to fight his way back out of that. Triple H teetering on the edge once again. Backbreaker delivered. And a kick by Triple H. Triple H again trying to get the crowd behind him. Trying to psych himself up and psych the crowd up. To try and find a way to perhaps finish this matchup. What is it going to take to put away the final boss? What is it going to take to put away the game? Could be moments away from finding out here. Triple H with a knee strike to the midsection. Now targeting that arm once again with a back body drop. Making sure that the Rock's arm was behind him as he went for that. Knee strike to the midsection again by the Rock this time. Triple H finds a reversal. Big clothesline. Almost taking the head off of the Rock. Now Triple H is a risky move. Going for the knee drop. Oh, Triple H falling off the cell. I did state it was a bit of a risky move there. And that's exactly why he connected with it, but he rolled through and rolled off the edge. He must have not realised how close he was to the edge there. Now the Rock back to his feet and he's going to head down to the bottom here. Are these two done on the top of the cell, or are they going to look to head back up there again? Triple H just with an absolute pool of blood on the floor there on the outside. Big right hand by the Rock now. Triple H and the Rock just pouring blood all over the place. Now Triple H sending the Rock into the barricade. And the Rock being brought back up to his feet. Triple H now, what's he thinking about here? Sending the Rock out towards the cell. Could he be looking at maybe slamming the Rock back into the wall, or is he going to try and climb back up again? Looking to drive the Rock into the barricade there, but the Rock having none of it. Triple H finds a reversal this time, headbutt delivered. Who is going to come out on top in this one? The Triple H now looking for the pedigree on the outside. Pedigree delivered onto the concrete floor. Triple H needs to try and get the Rock back into the ring, to be honest. Because if Triple H has any chance of winning, that's probably going to be right now. Sending the Rock into the barricade though. Looks like the Rock is bleeding out here and pouring all over the floor on the outside here. Driven spine first. The back of the neck onto the floor there of the final boss. The back body drop was delivered by Triple H. And now the Rock sending Triple H into the barricade. Now the final boss bringing the Triple H up onto his feet. And Triple H now, what's he thinking about here? Sending the Rock towards the opening of the Hell in a Cell. Is he maybe thinking about possibly heading back into the ring? I think it would be a wise decision. Because as I said, Triple H has taken one hell of a beating, and He's on top of things right here, so taking things back into the ring while you're on top could be a good idea. And now Triple H looking for a stalling suplex, but The Rock finds the reversal, and that's exactly what Triple H did not want. The final boss into a German suplex. Triple H absolutely laid out here on the outside. Not sure how much fight he has left in him, but he's able to find a reversal there. Now Triple H delivering the backbreaker onto the final boss. Now Triple H cranking on the neck of The Rock. The Rock needs to try and stay on top of things here. So does Triple H, to be honest. These two just fighting things out. It's like they've almost forgotten that they're in a match. They're just brawling it out. Just like Mandy Rose and Bayley moments ago, these two just trying to inflict as much damage as they can upon each other. Stomping away here is Triple H. And The Rock's back to his feet. Triple H into the spine buster, connecting outside. Again, Triple H needs to head back into the ring. He's got a big opportunity to get the victory. DDT delivered on the outside. Oh, big right hand as well to follow. The Rock is in some trouble here. Another right hand. Triple H just trying to knock out The Rock here, but The Rock finds a reversal that time. And now The Rock delivering a backbreaker to Triple H. Where's The Rock headed this time? The Rock heading up to the top of the cage. Or to the top of the cell, I should say. Is Triple H going to opt to follow? I'm going to assume that he is. Seems as though he will. He will. Triple H following The Rock to the top of the cell. It looks like we've got another 40-plus minute match here in the Hell in a Cell. This is what the Premium Live event is all about. But Triple H taking advantage of The Rock turning his back on the game. That could really cost The Rock here. Oh my goodness, Triple H looking for another pedigree on the top of the cell. Face first into that part of the cell that's just welded together again. Look at the amount of blood that is all over both of these superstars. Really are leaving it all on the line here tonight. Now Triple H bringing The Rock back to his feet. What could Triple H be thinking about here? Driving the knee into the upper chest of The Rock. And Triple H now thinking about a suplex perhaps. Stalling suplex. Driving The Rock down onto the steel again. The Rock is really suffering here. The Rock was the one who came to the top of the cage first. Triple H followed, and now The Rock's the one who seems to be paying for that. Now Triple H going to target the leg of The Rock. Oh, just driving The Rock down. Just targeting that knee, trying to dislocate the ligaments. The Rock able to find a reversal this time though. Again, The Rock just trash-talking Triple H here. Now Triple H could be in some trouble into the suplex. Delivered by The Rock this time. And now Triple H in trouble again. He's already tapped out once to the sharpshooter on top of the cell. He could be about to do so again, and he has. Triple H has officially tapped out twice here tonight. But luckily for him, it was on top of the cell and not inside of the ring. The Rock may have been... The Rock could be thinking about going for that rock bottom again. Onto the cell, onto the top of the cell again. Triple H, driven spine first. Well, I'm not sure how much fight Triple H has left in him. Ever since things have been turned around by The Rock on top of this cell, Triple H seems to not have much more left in the tank, to be honest. Now, face first again, driven into the cell roof. But just as I said, Triple H may have been out of this one. He finds the reversal and DDT delivered. Face first goes The Rock into the steel cage this time. Now Triple H. Oh my goodness, The Rock sent through the roof of the cell. Is Triple H finally going to go for the win? This is his opportunity. He's into the cover for the victory on the final boss. Could he do it? He's done it. Triple H somehow getting the victory against the final boss inside Hell in a Cell. Well, what a brutal, brutal match we just witnessed between the game and the final boss. Triple H victorious.
The following contest is a special guest referee match and is for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship.
So, ladies and gentlemen, moving on into our main event, the most anticipated matchup on the card.
Please welcome the special guest referee for this match, main event, Jey Uso.
So Jey Uso is the man who successfully won the 30-man gauntlet match at Survivor Series to earn himself a main event at SummerSlam. So he's finally living up to the name of main event Jey Uso. But just as we were going to hear from him about his decision on who is going to challenge, Roman Reigns interrupted him, and then everything basically went tits up, you might as well say, because Randy Orton, this man, the challenger, and Edge came out to attack both Roman Reigns and Jey Uso before Jey could even make his decision and make it known who he's going to challenge at SummerSlam. Roman Reigns trying to get in the head of Jey Uso and state to Jey Uso, if he teams back with Roman Reigns once again, reforms the Bloodline, they could control the entire WWE. Jey Uso could be controlling Monday Night Raw with the World Heavyweight Championship. Meanwhile, Roman Reigns would still be reigning supreme over Friday Night SmackDown. But we're yet to know exactly where Jey Uso's head is at. I'm sure that we're going to get some answers here tonight. But interestingly enough as well, on Friday Night SmackDown, Randy Orton had a matchup against Jey Uso in the main event last night. But Randy Orton seemed to just gift the win to Jey Uso. Maybe trying to butter him up a little bit. Try and get Jey on his side. Try and sway things in his favour so that he can take that Universal Championship away from Roman Reigns. But only time will tell whether the mind games by Randy Orton have had any kind of effect on the outcome of this matchup here tonight. Randy Orton obviously punt kicking Paul Heyman as well last night on Friday Night SmackDown, so he's going to be out of action for quite some time. Randy Orton doing anything he can to swing things into his favour. So as I said, Paul Heyman, the wise man, did receive the punt kick last night on Friday Night SmackDown. So Roman Reigns is forced to make his way out here, all on his own. The Bloodline earlier on tonight lost out on the WWE Tag Team titles. They could potentially be walking out of Hell in a Cell with no titles in the Bloodline. And you could even say that it could potentially be down to the fact of Jey Uso. He is definitely the Joker in the pack here tonight. How is he going to call this match? Is he going to call it directly down the middle? Is he going to side with one or the other competitor here tonight? We could even potentially see a cash-in by LA Knight. We haven't seen Miss Money in the Bank tonight, so clearly she's not cashing in here at Hell in a Cell. She would have had her opportunity, but I think it's probably wise of her because Becky Lynch is on one hell of a roll right now. I don't know if it's the right time to cash in on her, but will LA Knight take his opportunity here tonight and try and dethrone Roman Reigns potentially? He could do it during the match, he could do it after the match, or he could still decide to wait and bide his time. But Roman Reigns looking as confident as ever, even though he is making his way to the ring all on his own for the first time in this Universe Mode series. Up until this point, he's always had someone in his corner, but here tonight, he's all alone. No wise man, and no bloodline with him by his side. Roman Reigns just psyching himself up before he enters the ring to go face to face, head to head with the Viper of the WWE, Randy Orton. How ironic it is that Roman Reigns is throwing up the one when he is the only one left standing in the Bloodline with any gold and in a condition to still compete and still make it out to ringside. Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa losing out on the WWE Tag Team titles earlier on tonight, and Paul Heyman out of action, as we said, after receiving that punt kick on Friday Night SmackDown. That could honestly be Roman Reigns' fate here tonight as well. If he's on the receiving end of that, then you've got to think that title is going to be torn away from his grasp. Could this be the last time that Roman Reigns holds that title up above his head? Only time will tell, and we're about to find out.
Introducing the challenger from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 275 pounds, the Viper, Randy Orton! And his opponent from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, the undisputed WWE Universal Champion, Roman Reigns!
So Roman Reigns and Randy Orton both looking very, very focused here. Now handing that title over to none other than main event Jey Uso. How is Jey Uso going to call this match? Will he call it down the middle? Or will he take the side of the Tribal Chief? Only time will tell. So main event action for you to close out the show at Hell in a Cell. And we're underway. Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns with Jey Uso as a special guest referee. Roman Reigns now not having the greatest start here, as Randy Orton into the Thez press, delivering some ground and pound on Roman Reigns. Randy Orton with Roman Reigns in his clutches. It's not often that we see Roman have a start like this. It is still early doors, of course, but usually Roman Reigns is well and truly right out of the gates. And into the cover, How's the pinfall going to be by Jey Uso? It seemed pretty fair, to be honest. He did count the 1, of course. Is it going to continue that way? Now Randy Orton stomping on the hand of the Tribal Chief. And hold on a second. Jey Uso getting himself involved here. Well, he's just sent Randy Orton outside the ring and he's nodding towards Randy Orton. Does this mean he's helping out the Tribal Chief? As now Jey Uso begins the count. Of course, the title can only change hands by pinfall or submission. Even if Roman Reigns is counted out or disqualified. That just depends on whether Jey Uso is even going to call that. Is he going to count out Roman Reigns? Will he disqualify Roman Reigns? But if Roman Reigns has one of those dealt against him, counted out or disqualified, he will not lose his championship. Now Roman Reigns going into a submission hold early on here. He's got it locked in, but Randy Orton able to fight his way out of it, finding some strikes to the midsection of the Tribal Chief, sending Roman into the ropes. Just looking to wear out the Tribal Chief and into that power slam. Signature Randy Orton into the DDT now to follow. Randy Orton is doing quite well in this matchup so far. Into the cover for the victory for a new champion. No, big kick out found by Roman Reigns. It's going to take a lot more than that to keep the Tribal Chief down and to take that title away from him. Especially if main event Jey Uso is on his side. Now Roman being slammed headfirst into the mat. But quickly back to his feet is the Tribal Chief. Bringing Randy Orton over to the ropes. Now Roman Reigns hanging Randy Orton up on that top rope. Roman's just trash talking Randy Orton. He's asking Randy Orton if he even believes he has a chance here. You've got to think that maybe he doesn't. Into the pinfall. How's the pin going to be? Well, it looked like he may have been going for a faster count there, Jey Uso. Luckily for Randy Orton, he was able to get the shoulder up. And Roman Reigns just stomping away at the Viper now. Randy Orton, though, able to find a reversal with that elbow. And into the Thez press again. More ground and pound delivered by Randy Orton. And, well, it looks like he's busted open the Tribal Chief here. As both superstars head to the outside. Roman Reigns trying to create some space. And Randy Orton now into the back body drop. Driving Roman Reigns spine first into the concrete on the outside. Now sending Roman towards the barricade. Jey Uso asking these two to get back into the ring here. He doesn't want to have to count someone out here. And into the backbreaker delivered by Randy Orton. Roman Reigns could be in some trouble on the outside. But hold on a second. What's Roman Reigns thinking about here? Randy Orton up. And powerbombed into the barricade. 6 count. Randy Orton already back to his feet here. Roman Reigns really targeting the spine. A 7 count. Jey Uso again asking these two to get back into the ring. An 8 count as Roman Reigns makes his way into the ring. And he just said to Jey Uso, continue the count. Jey Uso telling Randy Orton to get back into the ring here. Randy Orton, is he going to make... Well, Jey Uso just counted out Randy Orton.
Here is your winner, and still the undisputed WWE.
Hold on a second, Jey Uso, he just helped Roman Reigns win and now he's wiped him out. Jey Uso says he'll see the Tribal Chief at Summerslam.